like their third time, like, oh, another major. But for a team like EnVy who've been, you know, hunting it, especially for players like Kenny and Apex who, you know, spent so long chasing that dream, now to have it, it does take a while just to set in and actually realize that you've got it, you've done it. And now it's going to be their chance to try and get another step closer to another big prize pool. Of course, this is the ESL ESEA Pro League, $250,000 on the line.
I think it's good that it wasn't Fnatic that won it as well. I mean, we were talking about it obviously the week before, like, you know, if Fnatic go and win 4 majors, they'll be like the 3 in a year.
Honestly, I was very happy to not have Fnatic.
Yeah, it's like the Koreans coming into League. It's just like, no, please don't make that happen in Counterstrike. Suddenly it's just like everything Korea. It's like StarCraft and all those other sort of games.
They're on their way.
Dominate.
CSGO Asia.
See, it's did hear rumblings that they're going to start. I think it's going to be free in Korea or something like that. I'm not too sure.
That would be a very good idea.
That would be the opening of the gates.
Yeah.
Now, honestly, there's actually no reason why it wouldn't be free either. But anyway,
here we go.
Here we go. It is going to be EnVyUs versus Hellraisers. It is the ESL ESEA Pro League, and both these teams absolutely need wins. EnVyUs chasing that place. Can they manage to get into that 4th slot? It is wide open right now. And it is Hellraisers stacking out in Banana.
All right then, so jumping into the action, it does seem that Hellraisers are going to be delayed or waylaid just by that smoke. I say that just for a second because it looks like they're going to be pushing through, but Kenny's, he's maneuvered himself beautifully, disappears through the smoke just for a second before Kucha does find his head, and now Apex is looking to follow in Kiyoshima's footsteps. Good God, that's 3! And now Oscar is just wondering where it all went wrong. He is towards construction, and I think they know it. And it looks like EnVyUs have got a very well-read initial round as they have managed to completely decimate that full B.
And a 1v4 unwinnable situation for Oscar here. Happy will close it out. Cheeky little play, actually, from Kenny. While he didn't really get the frags, it turned everyone's attention. He backed into that smoke. Like I say, he was on Porch, backed across into the smoke, and then backed into it. Everybody span towards him. And Kio's just like, oh, look, lots of free heads. And, well, he didn't need a second chance to land all those shots. Beautiful stuff from him. So, here we go. Double rifles picked up, Apex and Keo on the M4A4, the A1, sorry. A4, it is the A4, I was right the first time. P90s, SMGs, everything ping picked up.
Oh, Hellraisers are going to be holding hands again as they skip towards apartments.
It's a force from Hellraisers.
Yeah, they have gone for the Tech 9 armor. Off the back of that first round. Usually makes sense as long as the bomb didn't go down, which it didn't. And here they come. It does mean they're walking straight into a P90. They have to worry for Kenny. He does go down, but Apex teaches him a lesson or two. He's going to get just the 2 before Sticko, as I've been corrected. And Kio's just going to go ahead and pick up another 2. He's picked up 5 frags in just 2 rounds, as now it is just Sticko left. They have made a huge impact into this round. Happy is going to shut it down before it gets out of hand, but still, 3 big frags off the back of their Tech 9 armor. Nothing too sad on the side of Hellraisers. They're going to be happy to have taken those frags. A bomb plant would have sweetened the deal, but no complaints.
Costly round, but they can just pass off some of those guns, so they should be fine coming into this round. I assume Apex is going to get past the gun. He's maybe just going to sit with that pistol.
They didn't manage to recover the other
actually,
rifle.
They're not going to pass the gun. All right, fine, Happy. Don't give them your P90. Sit on your 4K. Why don't you? Just let 2 of your team members have pistols. I mean, they know that everybody else is on pistols, so they got obviously head armor, pistols, nades, everything in there. And more importantly, those defuse kits, which we saw a couple of times. People were missing through the major, but Kucha's going to be the one that creeps up into apartments. Keo is there ready and waiting, and that is the one and only rifle that EnVyUs have. Hoping that he comes there. Happy went pretty deep down Banana on Angel.
Indeed, he did. Now Keo is going to catch a glimpse of 1. Instead of looking to face, he just makes the call. Apex is going to be pushing aggressive, then maybe with a mind to go aggressive towards Apps. Instead, though, he is going to catch 1. It's going to be Sticker. They come in a wave, and it's 5-7's just going to mow them down. That's 3. What on earth? The unarmored Hellraisers just hit a brick wall, and it's Apex who mounts it and picks up the frags.
The original guy he was aiming at, he missed, and then they just come through the door, and he just like flicked across.
Just a wave of them. Yeah.
And
it's like skipping stones.
Yeah, just like just throwing out the stones out there, just flicking those shots. Look, he's aiming at, it's a Sticko. He aimed at Sticko. He still didn't actually kill Sticko. Sticko killed him in the end, but he got 3 anyway. So it's like, well,
magic of the 5-7. Almost, you know, you almost need to have like a spray pattern with the 5-7. If you know, the exact spray, you can just kind of hold down and go crazy. As now it does look like we're going to be seeing Hellraisers slow things down as they finally manage to put some AKs into their hands.
Yeah, that nade didn't really land. It was MBK that tossed it down. He's the MBK's all alone, actually. They're expecting a 4-man stack, possibly some heavy, fast push.
I like Happy's aggression.
Yeah, they've got 2 in apartments, haven't they? Happy's going in with that orb, which obviously we see JW doing so often. Apex, though, got took down by Schneider, and that's apartments lost now. And Happy's actually in a real tricky situation now with this orb. He could do with rotating. It's him more importantly, notice Happy on it over at Kenny S. It's something we saw a lot of before the major. They do tend to trade quite happily. NBK still left alone, but Kenny's actually heading over there. Did he just go for the resmoke? I think he just went to resmoke it. That was all it was. So they are keeping still 3 members on A side.
Yeah, and I mean, it's the fact that Happy did take the aggressive apps and leave Kenny with the M4 is intriguing to me. We'll see what Kenny can do with his M4. I think he's considering a push through smoke. Oh, that's gorgeous. Connects through and backs away completely unharmed. He is going to get hunted down, though. He's going to get caught. Angel, smart aggression from him. He's going to potentially be caught out by Happy, though. That's his AWP. He's going to catch a glimpse of just one. Doesn't quite connect, and now this could be causing problems. But no, Keo and Happy starting to bring it under control, and now it's just going to be Sticko and Angel to forge something with 20 seconds left.
Keo was immovable in that pit during the major. Let's see if he can hold the position again, because he might get tested. But MBK at the moment sitting here in the archway. Angel's pushing his position, but he's just playing it so well. Angel does manage to catch him down. Now we're into a one-on-one, but there's only 5 seconds remaining. Angel will not have time to plant that bomb. He will survive with that weapon, though. And it's just Keo remaining for EnVyUs. He stole the AWP away, though.
That was damn close. And Angel getting an AWP out of that one is actually a real kind of necessity is the word I'm looking for Hellraisers. It does manage to kind of bring something into this round, which would otherwise be a very, very minor. EnVy, though, are going to be... they're basically having their money tested, but never entirely. Like, they've been constantly kept kind of respectful. If you have a look, you can see their economy is still kind of dampened. They do manage to bring rifles into this one, though.
Angel's sticking with the AWP. He hasn't passed it off to Oscar or Kucha. He's just going to, like, no, I got the weapon. I recovered it. It's mine.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say careful, but you are seeing Sticko and Schneider both with it as well.
Yeah, you would have thought, I mean, with Oscar hitting shot after shot after shot with that AWP, you think that it maybe just gifted it him to start with. He could have gone for the peaks and then pick it up afterwards, go for the recovery. But they're happy to let Angel. I mean, Angel is the in-game leader. He just got a glimpse of Kenny S there, but Kenny backs away, straight back to Arch. Not going to go for a second re-peek. He did see that big AWP, his own AWP, being used against him.
Smoke's raining out across the map from EnVy. That's going to be 3 nades in a very short space of time, just trying to lock this T-side down, not enabling him to group too fast, but Sticko, huge frag. That CT Arch could be vulnerable. I say could be, because Happy and Apex are right there in the wings, waiting for their chance to keep this T-side under control. 5 members from Hellraisers are about to swarm the site, though.
Yeah, Sticko with that Deagle was landing shot after shot yesterday. Can he continue it? Oh, Keo manages to find Angel. That was the one AWP, but there's Schneider. Managed to pick up that M4 off the floor. Gets himself one. Apex quickly with the backstab on Oscar. And he's quickly going to get smoked off as well. That flash will help him out. Schneider's tucked himself up aggressively, but Apex catches him. And he's not missing his shot until that last moment when Kucha does come out. That's a beautiful little flash to pop himself around the corner. Should be able to catch out Kucha. Stutters around the corner a little bit. There's a lot of damage, but Kucha somehow comes out on top. But MBK with the shotgun, up close and personal, will take his face clean off.
Yeah, that's just like the Nova dream is a 3 HP enemy walking towards you. You've got such massive margin for error. Just that beautiful shell as it does finally bring Hellraisers down again. 5-0 then is going to be the score, as the T-side yet to really find too much of a way, and yet it does feel like these rounds are close. Every single time Hellraisers are hitting a site, it's coming down to 1 versus 2, a couple of 2v2s. They're keeping EnVy respectful, and that's important in this one, but they are going to have to put a number on the board soon.
Well, it's going to be a Kenny S that goes for the peak. Doesn't land the shot. I think he was legged on towards Angel, but look at the aggression. Apex is down the bottom and mid already. The rest of the team going to join him. Happy's pushing out of apartments as well. That's where Kucha and Schneider are waiting. I think Happy's going to catch him in the back. He will. And this is all happening all across the map. Schneider's going to try and creep through tunnels. Kenny S should be watching. The second his head peeks out, Kenny is going to find it. There he is. Oh, he misses a flick. Schneider manages to land it. Okay, chaos now, because it's a 2-on-4, and Happy's actually behind enemy lines.
Yeah, and Happy, I think he must have spotted the bomb on his travels. He's probably going to catch a glimpse of Schneider here, but he's expecting it. He is going to take the head off, and now this is getting exciting because EnVy, they're not too sure where they want to move. Apex and NBK were on B, but one's pushing Banana. NBK's on the rotate to A, and Hellraisers, they've got 50 seconds to make a very important decision. We've got an AWP and an AK in play with 40 seconds up against 3. What is the plan here? And I think it's going to be a case of just begging for a player to push down Banana. That's exactly what they're waiting for. Schneider is just trained, lying in wait for Apex to push. I don't think he's going to be foolish enough to do that, though.
Well, Apex will get the one. Can he get the second? Yes, he can. Beautiful spray onto Oscar. And they close things out. Getting a little costly for them, but it is 6-0. But they haven't really had a great moment where they can build that bank up. You can see it's still not great. Only, what, 3K max across most of the players, despite the fact they've got 6 rounds running. Yeah,
and some really, you can see these close rounds coming in. Look at this. This is exactly what I was talking about, where every single time the CT side is being kept down. And you can see, again, every single time they do go for that buy, no one's breaching the 3K mark left in their wallet. Still, Hellraiser still desperately trying to find a round, this time opting for the Galils and limited nades. You can see even Sticko not even bringing anything into the fray this time. 4 members of Hellraisers are again heading up through second mid, looking to try and seize control of both middle and apps. And it's actually going to be quite a fast one. Kenny does catch the leg onto Sticko yet again. It's going to be a repeat. Not again. That's 2 rounds in a row, rather. Oh. He got hit by the AWP and then taken down by the nade. In the meantime, we did find Schneider and the bodies. They're going to keep dropping.
Yeah, it's going to be Happy pushing now. Switching position with Kenny. Apex has joined him. And now Kucha suddenly left alone. This round has also gone very wayward for Hellraisers. EnVyUs backed up into default positions, and Kucha in a nigh on impossible situation here. Apex and Keo both going to be in there. Keo the king at pit, but Apex has been hitting shot after shot. He must be high on the frags. Yeah, 12 kills already. He's definitely been hitting a lot of frags so far. 7-0, going the way we expected here. I mean, if EnVyUs could do this against Fnatic, we definitely think they can do it against Hellraisers.
Yeah, absolutely. This does look like a very much French inferno at this point. We are going to be seeing how Hellraisers just got on that kind of horrific state where you just end up constantly buying. You don't see like a reason not to, but I can see a reason. Look at those nades. 2 flashes for their entire attack. Like, what are you going to bring in to this round with 2 flashes when you haven't been able to do it with full smokes and nades? Now, though, they are going kind of rinse and repeat, going through second mid, yet to be challenged initially on second mid, but that's because Envy so far have just been happily waiting, biding their time, and waiting for Hellraisers to come towards them.
Stiggo could have got a flash in there as well. It's a smoke, sorry. They could have done with 1 smoke or another flash or something. There's one of the flashes being thrown out. It's going to go straight into apartments, but look at Keo. He's just mowing them down.
Oh my god, no.
Picks up the AK, could have carried on going. Just could have held that mouse button back down again. Apex catches Schneider as he comes out of boiler. The second man will be Kucha that will peek out of there. But again, with little to no utility, they're just running blindly around these corners, straight into the wanting arms of EnVyUs. Very easy round for them, 8-0.
Hellraisers look lost at this point, Lee. I'm kind of starting to get a little concerned. I think this is going to have to be, finally, for the first time in a while, just a couple of pistols. I think Deagles and Tech-9's most likely.
So, I will say, for Hellraisers, actually, they did lose 12-3, I think it was. 12-3 against TSM yesterday in the first half as CT.
Right.
And they actually took it to 16-11. So they do have a good T side. It's just EnVyUs are just so damn good at this right now. They obviously, after yesterday's loss, I think they were probably a little annoyed by that. And then when we see Kenny S playing so confident and Apex doing that straight down mid, they're just like the confidence is on an all-time high for these guys.
This doesn't feel like a big game for Hellraisers, which indeed it is. We were just stating, you know, it cannot be understated that this is kind of a battle for survival for Hellraisers. Envy, they're a little more comfortable, but I mean, by no means are they a guarantee.
It's a big game for Envy as well, because if they lose 1 more game, they're at that 8 marker, which everybody else is at. There's like about 4 or 5 teams all on 8 losses. So suddenly, like, if they don't lose another game throughout the rest of the season, they qualify. That's it. They're done. They're in. But if they drop another, totally possible. They've still got quite a few games to go. Suddenly, they're on that cusp where, you know, NiP is nipping at the heels, you know, and no pun intended on that one, actually. Yeah, those sort of teams that totally can get in there. Kenny going full on aggression, but this time he doesn't land the shot.
He is going to back away. That's twice he has gone aggressive in apps, twice in a row, in fact. And actually, Happy did take a little bit of a charring down to 51, as he has been cooked quite lightly. Nice and toasty. Kenny misses the second shot now into the round. He is going to have his vision obscured by the smoke. Throws out one of his own as he's going to go ahead and try and catch this and maybe just sate some of this aggression. Doesn't look like it's going to be happening just yet, and Hellraisers, in fact, are setting equal aggression both to A and B. I think they're trying to get in EnVyUs' head somewhat.
They've not hit B yet, have they? Apart from that very first pistol round. That's the only time they actually went there. They've not once tried it. Maybe they're just scared of MBK. MBK is probably quite bored over there, actually, to be fair. That's why he's only got 2 kills on the board, yeah. 2 kills, 2 deaths. It's just like, this is Pounce. I'm hating sitting on B right now, yeah. I reckon they might actually go for it this time. I'm seeing Sticko and Angel looking over that way. As Schneider and Oscar test the waters. And well, once they get that opening on A site, they're going to try again.
Yeah, I mean, Schneider and Oscar managed to take down Kenny and Keo.
Oh, Happy's rotated away from this.
Completely rotated. I think there's a misread there from Happy, as now Hellraiser's just going to have to try and find Apex, and Apex knows it's going to come down to what he can do. In fact, no, time has provided enough for Happy to get into library. He's going to do some reading and try and wise up, but it looks like it's going to be just one for Apex. Second does go the way of Angel, so now Envy are really in trouble, and NBK, he wanted to have a chance to get frags. This is it, 1 versus 3 in order to keep Hellraisers on that 0.
So MBK, what can you do? He's had his quiet period, now he's got a full retake, and he's actually chose to pick up an AWP. Interesting choice. Does get that one. Schneider tagging him. Oh, manages to catch Angel mid-air, and that was actually more down to Schneider giving fire from Graveyard, so he was looking that way already.
There's no reason Schneider would peek, and I think NBK's just happy.
Yeah, he's just going to hold on to this weapon and maybe try and take some of the guns out of their hands, but Hellraisers finally get one on the board. It's been a long time coming. In the 10th round, they finally successful with that plant as well. The problem is for Hellraisers, they've got to be careful they don't lose this round straight back, break their economy straight away, and then EnVyUs, well, they're going to close out with a 12-3 at minimum.
Yeah, we could even be looking at 14-1 if that does happen, absolutely. This could be getting a little out of control. This is a big one then for them, as Lee has already stated. Let's have a look at Oscar starting this one off. He has managed to put the AWP into his hands and see if he can get any counterplay towards Envy, and he is going to catch a glimpse of Kenny. Nothing going to be found off it, though, as the deep CT smoke. This is worrying, though. This is worrying because of that deep smoke. Look how much, oh my god, look how much control they've taken. Apex is just pushed back into Banana. He's done a full lap, folks. And now she comes down to what Schneider can do to try and deal with this heavy CT presence.
Keo
look
right
at that
mini
map.
well.
That's nuts.
Keo's in the back corner of mid here. As soon as Schneider peeks up there, Keo's looking straight at him, but he manages to find him. But Kenny S quickly responds. The second head pops up. A little whack-a-mole game. Happy's got to be careful. Kucha's trying to sneak around the back of him in apartments. Now Happy's tucked himself up into dark rooms. Oscar's going to find Kenny S. Very aggressive stuff from Kenny to take that AWP all the way down there. MBK and Apex just around the corner, which is what Angel and Oscar are trying to peek at.
Can't believe Apex. Apex pushed through middle to get to Banana, folks, and now we are going to see just one. NBK is actually going to take one before he goes down, and we are going to be seeing Hellraisers find that second round. And I mean, part and parcel of that round going the way of Hellraisers was Envy's. It felt like mindless aggression. A deep smoke, a very kind of underthought out, underdeveloped push, which involved a player pushing all the way down middle and then kind of being like, oh, where do I go now?
Well, it was Schneider that upset it because you know, Keo was in the position, Apex had that nice little cross, and then Schneider popped up from tunnels. And it was like, you shouldn't be here. What are you doing there? Everybody should be stuck into the back there. But Schneider clearly reading what they were planning. This time, though, Envy very much sitting back. Not peeking, not looking at the angles. Happy and MBK sitting at B site together, so very much a default strat from EnVyUs this time. And it looks like Hellraisers are ready to maybe even just pop flash and push through onto B.
This is the first of its kind for Hellraisers, and actually he's going to catch one, but look at that. Happy, so beautifully ready and waiting. He's going to get one. MBK is going to train down another. That's Happy. It's just collecting heads. He's taken down 3, and now Schneider is wondering where it all went wrong. Apex could go down, though. Nice positioning from Schneider, but he's got 3 more to find if he wants to find the third for his team.
I think we just saw why they've not been going to B-site. Happy and MBK just crucified them there. Schneider with just 6 health left. Hasn't got the bomb. It's over on B site, so he's just simply going to try and wait this one out. He's got 45 seconds, though, so this could be a long round. Just sit and wait for that timer to go down. There's no chance he's getting anywhere near it. And we were talking about their accounts being broken. They will be. They've only won the 2 rounds back-to-back. They're going to be pretty short. There is probably enough to maybe hand off. If Schneider keeps hold of this AK, he can pass it off to Stico. Angel should be okay. Somebody else can pass the weapon. It's all okay for now, but 18 kills for Apex. You know, he's been doing a fantastic job, but, you know, we can't really talk about kills because MBK's had no action.
Yeah, I mean...
No action. He's got 4 kills, 5 deaths.
What happened there.
Nothing's happened from him.
Is the one time they came B, Happy was there to do it all for him. He was like, God damn it, I was Flash. He, you know, finally wipes the final tear from his eye from the flashbang, and there's 3 dead.
So that little blue rinse is just dribbling down in his eyes.
Yeah. The blue rinse, God, NVK.
That's basically what he's got.
It's a bit more neon, I think, than your standard blue rinse, than your elderly down Iceland. Now, though, we are going to be seeing Hellraisers. They're going to be able to cobble together their AKs. I feel like we are again going to be witnessing a few lack of nades. In fact, no, looking at Oscar's economy, all of them should be able to bring something in. In fact, we're going to see a couple of mollies. That's a little encouraging, as we could be seeing something different from them. $400 investment for the 2 Ts that have taken it. And for the first time for EnVy, we're rocking the double AWP. Happy taking one over towards B, and I am a big fan of Happy's AWP on B.
They're coming his way, aren't they? They're going to challenge him. They've got to make sure they block this one out. Well, Happy, he's got an ace from this angle before. It was with a deagle. With that AWP in hand. No skin, by the way, notice that. Don't know whose it is. As he managed to pick it up off, doesn't matter. NBK is finally looking for kills. He's actually going aggressive. It's like, great, Happy's going up. I can finally keep pushing for this one. I don't think they're going to keep on pushing. There's so much smoke down there right now. 3, 4 smokes all on B site. Are they really going to push through with that molly down as well? There's just nothing they can do.
I don't think so. I think it's actually going to be Sticko and Schneider who try and spearhead some sort of rotate.
Another smoke. Just keep them coming.
It's really actually very impressive from EnVy that they've managed to bring the clock down to 48 without Hellraisers really being able to get even an eye line.
Oscar's in a great spot if he were to dissipate there. Oh, he's managed to pick an AK up.
NBK has improved his arsenal. In the meantime, 3 members of Hellraisers are trying to make some sort of headroom over towards A.
They're coming out of boiler straight into Kenny ESEA. They have to make sure they flash him out. They've only got 1 to use, and that's already gone out. They've got no flashes. So yeah, they're just going to have to jiggle peek this one, try and shoulder peek, try and do what they can. It is only Kenny that's watching this angle. Keo and Apex are in pit, covering out from quad. So Kenny's going to get pressured. He's forced back.
He has been backing away. Nice flash as well to try and delay this assault, but it's still going to get pretty bloody pretty fast. Apex is just dealing with this beautifully. Keo's deagle rattling forth as he finds Angel, and now Schneider, the newest addition to Hellraisers, the kind of unusual addition to Hellraisers, and he's once again going to be the last man standing. Yeah, this is a running theme now. The man with the bomb, it's Schneider, and again he's the last one standing.
Just having to sit and keep hold of his weapon.
No, you know what it is? It's because he's tabbed out Google translating what the call was. And he's like, oh, okay, it looks like, oh, they're pushing A. Oh, they're all dead.
Wait, oh, they're going mid. Oh, mid.
Middle,
they're all dead already.
Oh, dear,
I'll just stay back in base. I could just imagine him with Google Translate
on
his phone in front of him. The second one.
Or he's holding it up to TeamSpeak. Like, Google Translate's like, pushing mid.
Siri, translate. Oh, dear. Kenny S taking liberties down mid there, taking a good long look to see if he can find some angle. Schneider, as we said, holding on to that AK because he wasn't able to translate what Hellraisers were doing. And he has kept hold of that weapon. But this is going to be, again, another tricky situation. Schneider, the only man with a flash. That's going to have to get used in exactly the right position. Can they just flash out Kenny and maybe try and rush him down?
I mean, this just feels like the same thing again and again from Hellraisers. What have they changed? You know, what have they done differently this time? Here comes the assault again. Kenny's going to back it up. He's going to connect this shot, you would assume. He does. Now probably going to get the second. No, Oscar shakes his head, finds the head with just the Glock, and actually puts a rifle in his teammate's hands. Kucha now wielding an extra rifle. That's him and Oscar are going to be looking to try and take some heads.
Triple stacked in Arch right now. Happy's just like sat in CT spawn and they're triple stacked in Archway, thinking, hang on a minute, where do we go? We've collected the weapons.
I like what Happy's doing here because he's expecting them to rotate. Look at that tight angle. Usually you expect people to be there when they're saving, but this is actually going to pay dividends. That's one. He could very well find a second with a P250. Kucha isn't going to let that happen. And I think NBK might finally see some action here in the 14th round.
Yeah, they're coming his way, but Oscar's got that AWP now off Happy's body. Oh, but Kucha's coming in. He's not looking towards Spools, and that was really a very open angle that he should be checking. Instead, he was so worried about Banana, and NBK just gets himself 2 gracious kills. No problem there.
No, I mean, that's just smart positioning from NBK. There's no, like, when would you ever peek Spools first when you're coming into that site? You've got like, new box,
why
dark,
would you be up
you've
there?
got Banana to check. There's so many different priorities. By being so high and so open, he manages to catch a player off guard, and that brings another 12th round home.
Hiding in plain sight, I believe is the phrase.
Exactly, absolutely.
Oh, also sniper
Hellraiser's movement, vision is based off movement. And
that T-Rexes.
Actually, isn't it Velociraptors or both of them? God,
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Nobody knows really, do they? Really? They're just making it up.
Or Predator, actually. Predator's the same.
Every time a Jurassic Park film comes out, they just make it up as they go along.
I think you're right. Either way, we are going to be seeing 4 players from Hellraisers, this time towards B. And every time this happens, Smokes manage to delay and kind of push Hellraisers off enough. Just one Molotov seems to have done the trick this time as 3 members kind of pour out and decide that they're not quite interested in the all-in play.
Just threw a decoy in. Happy's like, what? It's just like,
What does this mean?
I'm not moving off this angle.
Look at the synergy though. So Happy is training on this location. As soon as he takes that first shot, the smoke comes out from MBK. So you ready? And we're going to be seeing that one initial shot, and the smoke's going to be thrown. He gets to back away. Very nice cover for firing from his teammate. He backs away through the smoke you would expect, but no, Oscar does connect, but good team synergy nonetheless. There's an auto sniper waiting to mow down the remains. I say remains, it's just Schneider and
there's
Oscar.
the bottom of Banana waiting for them. Kenny's already down here. Where are they going to go? Oh, jumping, flying shot. Get away with it, Kenny. You're not happening. You are maybe a major winner now, but you can't do that. And Schneider, bless him, last man standing. Oh, we just showed his shoulder.
That's a bit of a tongue twister.
I know, I can't quite say
Schneider
it.
showed his shoulder.
Yeah.
Schneider showed his shoulder.
13-2 though. That's a great first half from EnVyUs. You got to pretty much write off Hellraisers here. I don't think they're going to be able to come back from this one.
I'm actually going to write that down. Schneider showed his shoulder. I'm going to try and say that 6 times fast at the end. Either way, we are going to be seeing...
You can start with so as well. So shoulder.
So Schneider showed his shoulder.
That's a tongue twister.
That is a good one.
Especially after a couple of Rebels. It's just like...
Yeah, and if it was Tosspot, you could say, so Schneider showed his shoulder sensational.
Sensationally. That's sensational, Schneider. He showed his shoulder.
Superb. Anyway,
oh dear.
Alliteration and nonsense aside, it does look like EnVy are just within nibbling distance of that win. All they need to do is pick up this pistol, and it should be a very convincing win, to say the least. Hellraiser is going to be bringing the 4 Kevlar 1 dev kit into this one, just of course the 2 flashes wielded by Kucha as well, and quite a similar setup as well for the French into this one. Their chance now to forge an assault. They are the ones controlling the pace of the round, and let's see how they choose to take it. Looks like it's going to be 4 members taking that kind of alternate route through second mid, and it's going to be, a nice pickup from Oscar. He gets 2 quick heads and a third. Schneider has helped out a little bit. It doesn't look like anyone else needs to, as well as Angel does the final work, and that's going to be 3 very quick frags for Oscar, and Hellraisers take a perfect pistol.
I always get so impressed when I see pro players doing that. He didn't even go for a reload. That's just literally about 5 bullets, 3 heads. It's like, beep, beep, beep. I mean, obviously, if it was screaming, they'd just use 3 bullets, but... 1.
Oh, they almost lined up, actually. That duck.
He actually used 2 on him, and then
the third
almost missed that, and then just like, boop.
Yeah, see you later, Alligator. So that's really important, because Hellraisers didn't lose a single man. They're going to try and build up some economy here. I say build up an economy, just the 1 SMG, but that's probably making a good sense considering the armor that has been equipped. And now, oh my god,
that's a friendly nade.
Look at this rush from Kuchi. He's just caught Kyo in the back. He's looking to find a second as well. Oscar, in the meantime, is keeping his back safe. And look at this rush. Oh my god, Kuchi's going hunting with his USP, backing away a little bit, trying to go James Bond style.
Where's he got his USP out now? He's got an SMG. Why don't you just... I was thinking, I haven't got time to reload, I'll just use my USP. This has gone completely bananas. This is totally backfired. Sticko finally managed to land a shot, but Happy gets another, and Angel's only on 23 health here. It's a triple for Happy. Now he's got himself that for mass. Angel's waiting in pit for him, but that's an M4A1. Does he want it? Or does he want the FAMAS? It's like, how do you like this gun right now?
I think he just failed the pickup, yeah. This would be a 4th frag for Happy if he picked this one up.
He's got 50 seconds. He had
no right. He had a P250 and a Kevlar at the start of this one. Now he's got a full set of nades, an M4, and the bomb. And he's actually looking to just go for a cheeky run towards B. I think Angel's going to just play the waiting game in pit.
I think because the craziness, the aggressiveness that Hellraisers showed, he's like, is he behind me? Is he on site? Where's he gone right now? Now he's going to get in. He's going to get it planted. This was just an eco. Like it wasn't even so much of a force from EnVyUs, which you ordinarily would expect.
It was your 4th second round. It was full pistols and armor.
It was full pistols and armor. Okay, I didn't see the full pistols, but
yeah, you're right. Either way, it's a very, very big upset for Hellraisers. This was their chance to get that second.
They tried to almost do the Navi-esque no respect run down mid and carve you out, and it just backfired on them. I mean, like you say, if it's a full force, I didn't quite catch the start of it because it all happened so quick, but. You know, EnVyUs are known for it. They've got to expect it.
But now he's going to save it. He's just going to go ahead and bow out of this round. And it does look like Envy have just kicked Hellraisers right in the groin in this second half.
That was a proper ball shot.
That is a ball shot, absolutely. Shot, yeah. I mean, Happy getting 3 frags with just a P250. He's still running around with that P250 trying to find that low health member. It isn't going to happen, though, as he's too busy in apartments looking to buy something nice. And we are going to be seeing that scary 14. Hellraiser's money is going to be crippled, and they know it. It's just going to be that 1 rifle from Angel he managed to safely bring into this round, and he's going up against the full brunt of the French. Full nades for them, and actually you've got to be scared because this is going to be a case of a couple of deagles as well. Let's see if NBK or Kiyoshima can take a note out of Happy's book.
Just 6 deaths of Kyo so far in this game. Doing a grand job, obviously, is the pit master.
Ooh. That's the rifle gone.
Yeah, that's the singular rifle gone. That deep smoke, I don't think they're going to be too worried about that. Nades do go past. NBK trying to use that deagle. Kucher, I would not go there. he was like, I could just sneak in. No, that's a lot of gunfire. Better not do that. Just backs away. Schneider's got himself in a great position here around the side. Pushed right deep on them. So almost got around the back, and that's caused EnVyUs to just split around a bit and realize they have to deal with Schneider's position. Can't even speak anymore.
Happens to the best of us.
Schneider's still there. He's not gone away yet. Now he's going to get spotted. It's just 7 health. That gives EnVyUs the information they need. Apex pushing up second mid, trying to catch him, but he's already passed on by, and Oscar delays them. So Envy, that's a good, what, 30, 40 seconds that Schneider's just bought them in the round.
Now, this gets interesting. It is a 4v4. They do have armor though, and the more the time ticks away, the more EnVyUs could be in trouble because it enables Hellraisers to hold tighter angles, wait for that plant, and now we're at 30 seconds and the bomb is finally starting to maneuver its way towards B, courtesy of Apex and the boys.
Because of that delay, it's bought time for Kucher actually to get in and get that weapon.
Look at this though, this could get bloody. Oh no, the deagle doesn't quite connect, but Kucher does it for him. That is the rifle he retrieved from Angel's corpse, and look how much damage it has provided. Now Kenny is finally going to shut that down. Finally, a couple of deagle bullets connecting from Sticko, but not enough. Schneider again with that CZ. He has been instrumental both in survival and fragging, and this could be it. Envy only have Kenny's the last hope. 9 points of health as well. One bullet from the P250 seals it, and Hellraisers get straight back into it with a taste of Envy's own medicine.
What a bizarre round, really. That was all down to Schneider getting around the back, getting that little backstab onto Happy.
But then surviving, I think that was a really big point.
He was down in the T-side apartments, yeah, and then survived, like you said. So they had to deal with him.
Yeah.
They had to go looking for him. So they retreated back down Banana. 2 of them held position at the bottom and mid, and they went. 2 of them fanned out and tried to look for him. Finally, they did find him, but it bought time for Kucher to get that M4A1. He gets back in towards Nubox. Emo in the corner. And they gets the double kill, and that's really what sets the whole round rolling. What a fantastic turnaround from Hellraisers there. Force bite into force bite. Fantastic stuff. 14-4. But now EnVyUs on the push through apartments straight into Sticko.
I swear if this happens again, it's just going to be CSGO all over.
It's done. We're done with CSGO.
And we are going to be seeing quick pick up from Apex. Sticko quick to bite back though with the FAMAS, and Oscar's doing the same, but it's just going back and forth. NBK has already found the head of Oscar, and it's not like they're going to be stopping just there. Happy has got the deagle out once again. You always have to be cautious of that one, especially here on Inferno. It looks like Sticko's about to walk headlong into the deagle. 1 bullet to the chest as his ribcage shatters, and it does look like this is going to be an easy one for the Envy boys. Again, just with the pistol and armor, this is just starting to become a little ridiculous.
It's, oh god, Happy. That's a triple with the deagle for Happy. It's something we saw a lot throughout the major. Like, constantly we were seeing these forced ecos, forced pistols, you know, working so well. Just back and forth craziness. The Gamers 2 game comes to mind. That was a really wild show.
Oh, crazy. It was just a lot of deagles, a lot of kind of plays with the Tech 9 armor as well. These kind of constant back and forths, these up and down roller coasters of rounds where the pace is so different to what you'd expect from a rifle round because of the players moving both faster with the pistol, but also having that confidence. And look at this, it's going to be a clash on Banana.
They tried to go for the deep smoke. They tried to keep them pinned. They did manage to get 2 kills, though. Kucher got 2 in there. Schneider was trying to get that Mag 7 up close, down the bottom of Banana, but EnVyUs just rushed on through the smoke and caught them off guard. And now Apex pushing position. Angel just caught in Nubox. Sticko is behind them, but he's been smoked off. He's going to have to push on through, but Angel manages to land another. Oscar gets one down the bottom of Banana. Apex is the last man standing suddenly, and this could be a back and forth. Another forced pistol. Unbelievable. This will be the 4th time running.
This is truly insane. Of course, not over yet, though. Apex is going to walk straight into Oscar's crosshair.
What is happening?
It's happened again. Look at that. Back and forth we go. 2 versus 2, 1 versus 1. They're right down to the wire every single time, and the pistols prevail is going to be the key word for this game, as this second half has been nothing short of unusual.
4 forces running, insane, that come out successful, and you bet your life EnVyUs are going to do it again. I mean, they're on 15-5, they're on match point, so yeah, sure, they can risk it for a biscuit, no problem about that. But wow, insane stuff. We're starting to see some beautiful deagle action from the players, though. It's something that obviously has developed over the last, what, 3-4 months now. The deagle's really coming into prominence since I
felt like I
decided to just like show the world how to do it, and everyone's gone, that's not a bad idea, we can all do that.
Definitely right. It did start more on the NA side of things. In my from my perspective, I saw a lot of NA players using it. We'll talk about it in a second because Schneider has been boosted over the smoke, and it does net him the kill onto MBK. And Hellraiser's going to break this curse of the magic of force.
I seem to remember, I think it was Henry G that was talking about that boost. Like, not a fan of that boost. And I can understand why. It's so exposed because you're peeking out the side and you no idea what really could be down there. There is a smoke there,
it's
but
an
there
AWP, right?
Yeah, there could be an AWP. There generally should be an AWP down the bottom of mid. We're staring at you. So very risky stuff, but it paid off. Schneider managed to get that kill. But now EnVyUs are stacking out. They've smoked out CT Arch and they're pushing into quad.
Yeah, if you just
Ooh,
darting
it's a fake,
straight
it's a
away.
full
This
fake.
is very nice, and they managed to keep Hellraisers very busy without a smoke, a decoy, a lot of footsteps towards mid. Lanoski, you can see he's desperately expecting a couple of like a horde of players to emerge through that smoke, but little do they know, EnVy are about to emerge on towards B. It's going to be Kucha and Angel who lie in wait.
Angel's going to get himself onto Spalls. He's going to jump right just at the right moment. They haven't spotted him, and now he's been completely smoked out. He's going to have to edge forward, but it's perfect timing. He gets one, gets two, gets three.
Wow.
Brilliant stuff from Hellraisers. They timed it perfectly, and honestly, I don't know, there's more luck than judgment. The flashes came in, the smoke came in just as he was getting onto Spalls, so they'd all passed by Spalls. They'd have all checked that angle and said, okay, there's no one there. Let's look for new box. Let's look for first box. And sure as hell, he just pokes out the smoke and pops them all down.
Gorgeous stuff. It feels like too little too late is going to be the story for this one. Either way, finally, for the first time in a while, we are going to be seeing no armor bought. EnVy are actually, to some degree, saving, folks. This is a nice sight to see, and in the meantime, Sticko has connected onto Apex, so that's one man down. And a Deagle lying on the battlefield. Kucha on the hunt with the MP9. He's looking to pad his stats and find himself some money. Angel, in the meantime, found Keo, and that's another 600 in the bank for Kucha as finally Happy does return the favor. And we are just going back and forth again.
This is risky again. Look, Angel's very low. Angel's pushing down, but it's Oscar's in the front there. But there's two members of EnVy pushing on to Sticko. Sticko's the one man in pit, while Happy just keeps them busy. Now, Happy, you can see, he's gained himself an AK. And Hellraisers went for that aggression. Again, pushed all the way down mid, trying that no respect. But you've got to respect EnVyUs. They forced by every round. This time they actually didn't. There was no armor bought up, just a couple of pistols. But still they managed to make something work. And Hellraisers suddenly realized, hang on a minute, this is suddenly a very dangerous position. Sticko in this pit with the AWP is in a precarious position at best. MBK is the one that's going to be pushing him, and with that SMG in hand, he's not going to be going slowly as he comes around this corner. As I say that, as he creeps.
Yeah, just as you say that.
Sticko's not looking! Oh, there we go, finally.
He just hits the walk button as you say that. Now Happy has 3 players to find. He's got full health, yes. The bomb isn't too far away. You can retrieve that from balcony, but with 25 seconds left, I think he realizes this is going to be a bit of a tough task. A tall order. And Sticko standing vigilant in pit. Does actually jump up, and oh, if he'd have just been there a second longer, he knows where Angel is as well now. Happy, things are starting to align, starting to correlate, but time's becoming the main factor here. He knows he's not going to get that bomb down, and Sticko's teasing him. He's just playing with him, and it's going to be Hellraisers toying with their food before they feast, and they do that. 7 rounds for them now, but it still feels like EnVy are just kind of delaying and waylaying what could be a 16.
That was, like you say, that wasn't a full force. They did get a couple of pistols, but there was no armor in there this last time. Now, of course, that means they can buy finally a full assortment of their arsenal.
Still an SMG for Apex.
15-7 match point. Yeah, Apex didn't really have a great deal of cash. Nobody could really buy it for him. Everybody's pretty much skint on Keo's EnVy side. I was about to say ESL side. Everybody's broke on ESL
Keo
side.
and ESL.
We're all broke. But, well, we did just announce Maniac, you know. It's going to be joining you at IEM. And here we go, Apex pushing through. They do manage to get Schneider onto Keo, but quickly answered. Now he's just going to push on through those flames. This is fast-paced. EnVyUs trying to catch off. Hellraiser snapping.
Yeah, he's using that SMG, and he's going to find himself a frag. That's unusual. And now Hellraisers, they're going to have to try and build back into this one. Sticko has gone unnoticed, I think, though. Not for long. Does find the head of Apex. Now it's a 3v3, but that bomb's going to be going down any second now. As Happy's creeping and crawling. Angel's not going to watch it. This is going to be brutal. A big frag now as they are going to be able to deal with Sticko shortly. I say that. The nade is going to tag him. It is a 1v1. This would be his 4th frag. He is completely cut EnVyUs down. This would be his 4th, and it doesn't look like Happy's going to give it to him easily. Just darting back and forth. He goes on the hunt, but Happy says no. A smile creeps onto his face. He finds 16 eventually. EnVy took their time in that second half just to find those final 3 rounds, but they did manage to do so. 13-2 on the half, and finally we see those final 3 acquired by EnVy. And, I mean, a spectacle from Hellraisers a little bit with those pistols. A lot of force buys coming in.
Yeah, it was actually really entertaining to finish, really.
Yeah,
No doubt about it.
that.
We were like, oh, 12-3, this is going to be done deal.
Yeah.
Everything is done. But EnVyUs do manage to close out the win, so that is Inferno out the way. Next is going to be Overpass. Now it's going to be NiP versus Hellraisers. Hellraisers going to have to reset their minds. They have got a great chance, though, against NiP. They've not played a lot of Overpass overall. But if you guys at home are watching and wondering, how do I keep up with all this action? Get over to the Score Esports app. And, of course, you can download it for iOS and Android and keep you updated as the events happen. Don't forget, a lot of events happening. CSGO this weekend, so another one coming up.
Honestly, I think it's your CSGO calendar is full for like the next 6 months. So
yeah. And I think it's just only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, it's going to get to the point where players are like, well, we've got this 50 grand tournament and that 60 grand tournament. I don't know which one.
And that 250k tournament. Hey.
But yeah,
and San Jose coming up as well. Just in 2 weeks' time, 3 weeks' time, 2 weeks' time.
I don't know. I've got to get my
actually
tickets.
Don't know. We got to fly there.
It's 21st of November is when IEM kicks off.
It is. Yes. Well done. Good memory. We'll see you after the break, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be NiP versus Hellraisers. Yeah, that's not a lot of games.
It's not a lot of games. It's not. I do think NiP are kind of in a good place right now, though. You saw how they performed recently at DreamHack.
They're playing footloose and fancy free is the term I could use, because yesterday the 16-4 over Dignitas was a train wreck. They just absolutely ran straight over them. And then they ran over EnVyUs. Straight afterwards, we were like, what's happening? And, well, they're playing 2 games tonight, Hellraisers and PENTA. They could pick up 2 more wins.
It could be, and that could put NiP in good stead to battle for that top 4 position. Of course, top 4 teams in Europe managed to secure their spot over in the offline finals for the Pro League, which we played out later in December. Now, what needs to be discussed here is the Hellraisers' power that they possess. I think it's minimal in my books. What's wrong?
I still love the gifting things in front. I think that's why we've just had the minimap go up in front there, because that was so beautiful. Funny. There's the minimap. There we go.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Well done, Observer. You're quick on that one. I don't know whether it's Pan or Graham that's in there that's doing it, but either way, very quick stuff. It's going to be Pan, of course. I didn't actually go and check in, but Pistol pushing through. And immediately, this is fast action from Hellraisers. Freiburg's the man that's trying to rotate and get in towards A site. Exist.
This is Raid Boss Kucha.
Alu's in the middle of nowhere. He's down long A.
This is going to be another frag. Excuse me, the first frag for him. He did provide some damage in the first time. The first 2 kills, but still, Raid Boss Kucha, they invested a Tech 9 onto that Kevlar player, and now it comes down to Alu and Exist. Alu's going to be hunted down from behind. Oscar coming in from 2 angles. It is going to be his demise, and now Exist is closing in towards stairs. Kucha is just holding the perfect angle. This should be a very dead Exist any second now. I was going to say the head is found, but manages to get through just with the body shots, and that's going to be Hellraisers. A neat and tidy pistol. A stark contrast to the start of Inferno. That pistol round was chaotic.
Yeah, that was
overall against Envy.
They just caught NiP out there. Like, NiP were trying some sort of fancy, aggressive, like, run every direction. I'm not too sure how to word it, but they just got caught napping, and Hellraisers ran through them, steamrolled through them. We're going to see a much more aggressive Hellraisers this time around. I think we're going to see a fast, fluid style. Looks like Angel's going to be the one man that goes over towards B to keep them busy. Forrest and Alu, though, very aggressive on long A here.
He's going to get flashed out. This is going to be nice. Oh, no, the flash must have failed, unless there was an enemy's flash as well. Either way, Alu not going to go for that early peek, and actually I feel like he would have met his death quite quickly if he did. Instead, he is gone anyway. And now it's going to be Kucha who's on the hunt. He wants to try and find the head of Forrest. Doesn't look like it's going to be given to him as Forrest does duck into toilets for some safety. Down to 74 though, didn't go unscathed, and that nade didn't touch him. What? It was right next to him. Either way, Angel's going to finish what Schneider started, and now just 3 remain for the CT side. They had some degree of advantage, but it's been thrown away by those 2 players on long.
Yeah, Get Right's going to have to go huge here. Exist is on the rotate to join him. Freiburg, he's still over on B side. So Hellraisers taking it easy. They're not up against Pistols. There could be Deagles there. They don't really know. They're just making sure. They've just played EnVyUs. They've just had some crazy back and forth forces. They don't want to get caught out by anything untoward. And this time, Kucha and Oscar going to creep the way forward. Stako and Schneider all going to be coming down long A, all towards Get Right.
Going to see a lot of spray and bullets throwing in, but actually still Get Right's kicking. And look at this rotate from Freiburg. He could catch him from behind it. This could go wrong for Hellraisers, but they do catch a glimpse of him. He is still cautious of toilets, and that's rightfully so, because Angel swung around from behind. Kucha gets one. Oscar puts the cherry on the top. And we are going to be seeing Hellraisers again. They've lost 2 players so far. That's all in 2 rounds. They're managing to keep health bars high, and that's important in order to both build their economy, but also to try and stamp down on NiPs, as they're going to be going into this 3rd round with with peanuts. In fact, I say peanuts, I think just 1 P250 is all they have invested in, so that 300 thrown to Exist. Now let's see where they can build from here. There is a Mac Daddy in the hands of Angel, and so he's going to be the man who, hopefully, for Hellraiser's sake, is going to be picking up these frags in order to just continue to stack out that money. And talking of stack, those nades just thrown out towards Fountain.
And they're 5 stacked on B here. Angel's about to check it with that Mac 10. Hellraiser, NiP all in the same place, ready and waiting for him to come around there. Unfortunately for NiP, there's 3 more members and the bomb looking towards long A. So chances are it's going to be another A hit for Hellraisers. I think if Angel gets any information in a moment, which there's a flash, he's not going to peek it around the corner there. Just gets a little glimpse in towards Toxic, does catch a glimpse of one, takes a couple of shots. Now he's got to realize there's probably more here. It's going to be aggressive stuff from Freiberg. Freiberg does catch Schneider, who was behind him. And now GetRight's the sole man that's on the rotate. He's going to be that single man to face off against Kucha, Oscar, and Sticko as they move into A side.
Just catch a glimpse again of Exist, and he's just going to be stacking it up. 1,200 now in the bank. In the meantime, Hellraisers are just swarming in, and it comes down to GetRight. Bomb's going down. I think he's aware of it, but there's nothing really he can do, as he's just going to go ahead and present himself through this smoke. And oh, the backs are turned. Is he going to go for some...
There's still a wall of smoke there. He can sneak in.
Oh, no kit, though. You have to remember the only investment made was the P250, and he's just going to go ahead and be eliminated by Oscar. Now it comes down just to who's going to be the final frags. Forest Alu, not really a battle for survival, more so a battle of retrieval, as he do manage to get the Mac 10. And now it just comes down to Angel on the hunt.
Yep, Forest with that Mac 10. Can he get something here? As you said, they've only got 3 kills so far in these last 3 rounds, all put together. There's the 4th, and it is the Mac 10 of Forest that will get it.
There you go.
So recovers just a Galil, better than nothing. And he will keep hold of that one. So NiP will have the cash to buy up now. This is the round that counts. Hellraisers, very successful for them. That was a great bank building exercise they've just done for the last 3 rounds.
Angel's money is testament to that. He came into that round with 10 grand, 3 rounds in. That's nuts. And that's
10 grand in your hand.
10 grand. Either way, Schneider yet to pick up a frag on the side of Hellraisers. Isn't like he has needed to at this point. Of course, Schneider still a little bit of an unusual one for me. I'm going to feel a little weird about that for a while, I think. As now we are just going to see Hellraisers kind of start this round a little slower. Forest, the one responsible for holding underpass. The bullets are raining in on either side, and he knows he's just going to have to maybe be more concerned about the Fountain Party area. I like what NiP are doing here, though, because they are not going for the crazy aggression you sometimes see on the CT side of Overpass, which does give Hellraisers a little bit of room to maneuver, which could actually give them a false sense of security, or not. Angel goes for that late delayed peek, and it cost him his life. And now just 4 remain for the assault.
Forest is ready and waiting here. It's Sticko and Schneider that are above him. Are they going to come looking? Are they going to come peeking down into this connector? It's buying time. Like, all the footsteps he heard is basically force Freiberg and Exist. They've rotated into A side. They're all ready and waiting for this. Forest is in perfect position. GetRight's checked all the information he needs. He knows it's an A hit. The question is, can they stop the hit?
That's going to be provided by NiP. 3, make it 4 frags in a row. GetRight using the P90, no surprises there. He finds 2, and that's going to be Sticko down and out. And AWP recovered, and NiP find their first.
Yeah, well played by NiP. Good information gathering, just basically gave them all they needed to say, it is A, they're coming from this angle, stacked out the site, and generally you should win the rounds when you're in that perfect position. So
he is a big advocate for the P90, isn't he, Chris?
Yeah.
He's
no doubt about that.
like any opportunity.
He used the UMP loads yesterday against
and in the major, that crazy round where you got like 5, was it? I think all headshots, I think, was what Anders screamed. So now it's going to be Angel, who does open up onto Freiberg. Freiberg going unusually aggressive, not anticipating that flash from Hellraisers. It does enable them to get their first leg up into the round, and now NiP have to play from a deficit. Actually, I feel like deficits can be more painful on Overpass than other maps because of the kind of distance with the rotate between the 2 sites. There's only one real quick rotate position, route you can take.
It's generally blocked off.
It's usually.
Yeah.
Blocked off.
That was an important opener. Sticko does manage to get Exist down. GetRight moves into position, but immediately was spotted by Sticko. Sticko's holding the angle. If GetRight comes back across, it's going to come out. Pika's advantage, maybe. Oh, he gets another one flashed up on Angel, just rattling the shots off. And that's caused Hellraisers to change their position here. Oscar's considering going back, but Schneider's found an angle on towards Alu there. Just a couple of taps, but 34 seconds, they kind of have to commit to one of these sites.
I think they have set their sights on B as well, which would be the mistake, I mean, in a logical sense, because there's 2 members of NiP on the site. Gonna get right and Forest then, the deadly duo in many regards. Flashes do get both of them, that's beautiful. That's going to enable Hellraisers to sneak on in. It's going to come down then to what they do in the next couple of seconds. Forest is the one to start drawing blood. Schneider's head is splattered across as it's going to be a second. Now potentially a third. Oh, and Forest does what Forest does best. The deadly duo, as I dubbed them, picking up all 5 frags, and NiP find a second.
Forest finally awakening in this match. Absolutely outstanding yesterday. Like I say, 32 frags against EnVyUs, and they were important frags. They were like 1v3s he was winning. It was incredible stuff to watch. Definitely on top form right now. As was Freiburg, actually, at the major. A lot of players from NiP stepping up when it counted. No more bot Alu, maybe. Who knows? I'm sure you Twitch chat will certainly agree, but he's going looking for these ones. Oh, let's just curse him.
Bot Alu.
Commentators curse. Bot Alu. Get him out there, because that just happened.
And now we have to see how much more can be built with this buy. I mean, it's intriguing to see the kind of glass cannon AWP and the rifle with Kevlar. Nothing else really for them. And oh, he looked away at the wrong time, but Forest still manages to prevail in that battle with Schneider. And now Hellraisers, they do have 4, but they are under-armored, under-geared.
He gave Oscar that AWP as well, remember.
Damage.
Forest finds another. That's obviously getting the man in connector, but where's Oscar going to go with his AWP? Gerard's on the hunt. No. Gerard's going aggressive. This is going to catch Kutra off guard. He would not expect that, and he will manage to back himself away. Forest still holding that angle, remembering connector. And suddenly, it's just a 2v4. Gerard gets that little peek in. Sticko only got the deagle so far, not able to recover a weapon, and they're all coming into the jaws of Forest. Ready and waiting, can't find a head, does eventually. Freiburg took down Oscar as well, and Forest gets himself a second triple run in. Suddenly NiP alive and kicking.
Yeah, it feels like Hellraisers are going to be kind of working very hard in order to get rid of that 3, to shake those initial 3 that they managed to acquire off the back of the pistol. Angels currently residing quite high on the scoreboard with 8. Schneider really yet to make an impact with just the 1 frag. It feels like he's been hitting a bit of a problem over in Underpass, constantly challenging out Forest and constantly struggling to win that 1v1.
Pretty sure most people would struggle in that duel.
Yeah, for
no
sure.
doubt about it. Alu and Exist going aggressive once again on long A. They're going to see if they can make this work, and Alu misses the shot again. Not quite able to make use of that angle, that position. He's got Exist though up Rock, but gets caught out by Oscar. Now the second challenge. Alu not able to land the shot just by Rock, and again misses. That's 3 chances now he's had on Oscar. Misses the 4th, and Oscar punishes him for it. But Forest is there once again in connector. He finally gets cut down, and now this is a 2-on-4, almost unwinnable for NiP.
Almost, I think, is going to be the key word here. Gerard doesn't quite catch the fraggy necessary, though, to cut Hellraisers down to 3, and now it is quite literally going to come down to individuals. Freiburg, who really did just deliver over in Cluj-Napoca. And Gerard, who did quite similarly as well. It's going to be the one to be tested. It looks like the nades are raining in, as are the flashes and smokes. It's all coming in towards Gerard. In fact, Freiburg is on the rotate, but that's a beautiful sell. They've completely sold it from the Hellraisers boys. Freiburg's rotated off, and the bomb's going to be heading to a very ungeared, unmanned B site.
Sicko. Beautiful sell, like you say. Could be a car salesman there. If he turned around, Gerard's got to realize they're just to the side of each other. Finally sees him, but now they realize obviously bomb plant's miles away. And Freiburg did get caught out. He was the man that's trying to rotate as quick as possible. And Gerard just looking to see if he can get anyone on the exit here.
Yeah, very predictable rotate.
He's got a key,
as well.
you know. If they back away too much, he could sneak in.
I mean, they can hold it beautifully from short, I would assume, considering that he's just got running out of time, and he's just going to be trying to catch someone on the exit. It's going to be Schneider who's sticking around the side. He's got a way out. He's got a route through Monster. Gerard's rather keeping his kit and his Kevlar, as well as, of course, the AK-47. He does dart away then and manage to get away with his life, and that's going to be Hellraisers finally stopping NiP, as we do see them bring it to 4-3.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you caught the happy incident against Mouse Sports.
You Bob Ross?
Where he either, yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's a happy incident.
It's just a little happy
accident. Happy accident.
It wasn't an accident, it's just happy little incidents. But yeah, he bounced the nade beautifully in the smoke. Mouse just calamity, team killing the defuser in the smoke. And then they all just got caught out, and then Happy just 1v3 won the round. It was brilliant stuff. So it's totally doable on that B site. Craziness can happen, but Angels push aggressively here and catches Freiburg quickly.
That's twice Freiburg's fallen foul to a fast push through short. And now we have to see what NiP can do from here. More so, actually, I think the question surrounding where the attack's going to go at this point. NiP have brought back wins from the early disadvantage before, and Gerard caught a glimpse of someone towards connector door. Forrest is actually holding a beautiful angle. He's been very prominent actually in this very position, just holding this area so very well. Did find the head of Schneider before going down, but that is going to be traded out by Kucha. And now the bomb retrieval mission is in full force. Oscar is the one to finally put the explosives within his grasp. And it's going to come down to Get Right and Exist to keep this site safe. Both training their aim on Monster though.
Oh, immediately Get Right goes for another peek, and he's come out on top of them a couple of times now. If he were to go again, he'd find Kucha, who's actually pretty low on hit points down that Monster. Sticko once again is going to be the man that's going to challenge out. It's Exist that will catch him first. And Exist will find a headshot, gets flashed up and just rattles those shots in the same position, hoping that someone will walk into him. Get Right's found another. It's Angel that went aggressive, and the last man is just around the corner. It's going to be Kucha. He does land the shot on Exist. Remember, Kucha used to be the AWPer before Oscar came in. But he will not land the shot.
Okay, Kucha, he's round 2 already, and I think he's just going to be desperately trying to clutch onto that AWP. I mean, with just 6 seconds left, it's a question of whether or not he's going to be allowed to. Get Right's coming up from behind, and I have a horrible feeling he might actually make it in time. Kucha's got to be careful. He's got to try and find some sort of safe angle, some sort of safe haven. Get Right, just one bullet. Oh, if he'd have just looked, he may very well still find it. He does through the pallet, the last second, and the AWP is no more. Kucha's going to be kicking himself, furious that that second didn't come just a little bit quicker. And that's going to be actually a very, very crucial frag. It does take the AWP presence completely out of this round for Hellraisers.
That could not have been closer. No doubt about it, but that's going to cause Hellraisers some serious, serious problems here. They've gone for the Force. Tech9's in there for Kucha. Would have been an AWP, but Forrest is going to get a couple of them running around the corner. Takes a lot of hit points damage there, but he manages to get 2, switches across, gets Alu's support, and that smoke gets recovered in. Plenty of time for Forrest to get the reload down, and damage is done, really. It's just Kucha and Angel left. I
mean, the one time where he's getting pushed by multiple players and he would really like to have a little bit of an extended magazine instead of an M4A1, he has the A4.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if that's a coincidence or if he demanded it, if he put 2 and 2 together. Instead, though, Angel's going to walk into his crosshair. There's another one coming around the corner, and Forrest collects 4 in a very short space of time. Hellraiser is just feeding him victory at this point. And that's going to be 5-4.
That's what you call stat patting. Stat patting?
You struggle. Is it? I think
statting.
Yeah.
I don't know where stat
padding.
Patting is stats.
Stat padding.
Good stats. Good stats. Good stats. Well done, stats. Yeah, Forrest. It's getting a lot of kills for free. Let's put it that way. They were all running into him. Let's see if it works out this time. It's a full Glock train. You don't see that often. Oh, and Alu's found the first.
That's going to start what could be a very quick round.
Forrest. There's another one.
There you go.
He's patting those stats.
He is. He's patting those stats nicely. Alu's missing another shot. It's becoming a bit of an all too familiar sight. It's just another one. He's missed a good collection of these frags. Looks like Forrest is going to step up to the mantle and do it for him, as he has been brought down to just 1 point of health. He's not willing to take that risk, and it's going to be Kucha then. As NiP do prevail with the team ace and extend their lead to 6-4. Hellraisers, the story, if you have just joined us, surrounding Hellraisers in the Pro League, they are towards the bottom of the table. And I say towards the bottom, I think they're just off bottom plate. I think they're sitting at 11th right now. I could double check that in a second. But they've basically been desperate for wins. They want to try and climb that ladder as much as they can, climb the standings before they get towards those relegation matches where they actually are going to be playing for the survival, playing just to stay in this in this prominent league with a whole lot of money on the line and a whole lot of opportunities to play against the best. And now it comes down to what Get Right can do on long. I think he caught enough of a glimpse to back away. And these rounds are important for Hellraisers. These games are important for Hellraisers.
I don't think he did see them. He's not called any rotates. Okay. And he's actually not looking down long air at all. He's not remotely... Still not quite catching a glimpse there. You can see Kucha's trying to do the same. I think Sticko's going to rotate. They're going into Forrest. Forrest's going to be the man that will probably catch them first. It's Sticko that's about to get a glimpse. Get Right again, trying to hop, skip, and get a peek over there. Kucha's not shown himself yet, though. So no information for NiP. Exist, I think, just took a little peek down Monster, so he knows that it's relatively clear on B site right now. There's the smokes. Here they go, going for the push, and it's Forrest once again. The doorman not letting them into sight.
Kucha, on the other hand, just demands he gets let into the side. Get Right. He just had Oscar walk straight on past him, and Kucha's going to be screaming, saying, Oscar, you were in the site. How was it clear? Get Right knocks 3 down in 3 seconds, and that's going to be the 7th for NiP.
It takes a lot of bottle to just stand there and watch someone walk past
It was just like, okay, check. Okay, I know where Oscar is, and no one else. Okay, here I go. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. 3 heads as well.
There
3
it
heads
is.
caught
It was
out
like
there.
instead of, you know,
not
like,
quite 4 head.
it's not color by numbers, it's frag by numbers. He
Yeah.
just lines them up, and then he knocks them down.
And he just tappa, tappa, tappa.
Tappa, tappa,
That's
tappa,
all
just
you gotta
like
do.
that.
Just like
Happy
that.
trees.
Beautiful stuff there. So, at the moment, NiP on a bit of a roll. Remember, Hellraisers won the first 3 rounds here. Oh god, they're just running into the grinder here. It's going to be Exist this time to stop them. That flash is going to be beautiful. There's the nade, and everybody is just getting smashed down. Hellraisers seem unable to find an answer to NiP's defenses. Once they got their hands on those weapons, they don't seem to have managed to get anything going now. Oh, that didn't quite work out, Alu.
Another
bot play.
The hunt for his AWP, but I'm not going to be overly critical, but it does feel like Alu is not kind of hitting his stride at this point. We've been in his eyes quite a lot, and he has been kind of not missing a lot of shots.
He's chasing the kills rather than
But I think he's chasing the kills out of frustration. He's like, oh, I need this kill. I should have had that. I would have had that normally, and he is just.
He sees Forrest go get another double. He's like, oh damn it!
I mean, yeah, Forrest is sitting on 17. Alu has 4. I mean, you do the maths. That's going to be. Oh, that's going to be a little frustrating as I say that. I just caught a glimpse of Schneider fluffing his nade. In the meantime, Oscar does take the aforementioned Alu out, and Exist is going to be going on a revenge spree onto the double S.
And that was a switch.
And Schneider.
That was ironically a switch. Like, Exist is normally playing Monster. Alu's like, no, it's all right. I'm going to go there with the AWP. He goes there, gets killed, and then Exist gets a double over on the other side in Alu's ordinary position. Yeah, it's a bit of a kicker, like a double-headed kicker. Double-headed kicker? Is that possible? Is it possible for a double-headed kicker? I'm not sure.
If you're like battling some sort of twin-headed beast.
An Etin.
Hey? I don't get it.
You don't know what an Etin is? That's the double-headed beast.
In, like what? Like mythology?
RPGs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Etin. You've lost me.
An Etin, yeah.
I mean, like Minotaur?
E-double-T-I-N. Minotaur's not got 2 heads.
No, I'm just thinking of like mythological creatures.
Chimera? No, they got
Chimera,
3.
yeah.
It's got
That's
3,
3,
isn't it?
yeah.
It's 3. We'll think on this one.
That thing
we'll
that
think
Hercules fights has got like 9. Whatever that was called. Anyway,
we're getting distracted away from NiP.
I think we need to turn our attention to this one a little more because it is like Angel
slowed down.
and Oscar have most definitely hit the brakes, but with 20 seconds left,
they're
going to have to fight for it, and that's the flash that's going to try and do it, and it's not enough. Gerright's going to be well and truly ready and waiting. Oscar's just strolling into the side with an AWP. He knows it's his only option. He actually finds a crucial frag. The bomb's going to go down, and now Hellraisers have a real good shot at this.
Well, at the moment, it is the plant down. It's Forrest is going to come from Connector. Freiberg's coming around the side, so Angels should have this one covered off here. Just got a glimpse of Freiberg's shoulder as he peeked. Will get the spray down. Now it's all on Forrest, but Forrest gets one, won't get the second. Oscar will lock it down, and at last, Hellraisers with a rifle round will pick themselves one up. It took a long time to get in there, though. And NiP, 8-5 up here on the CT side. It's been a good job there. And as we mentioned, Alu, he's been picked off early at the start of almost every round so far. He has to start landing those opening warp shots.
Absolutely, he does.
Schneider as well.
I mean, that's the point I was going to make. Is just that
he didn't play well yesterday, actually, Schneider.
He didn't.
You know, he was down the bottom.
I mean, I just think he's a little lost at this point. You know,
it was more he wasn't landing his shots. He's like he was in the right position, but again, he's going aggressive, and it's Forrest that is challenging. This time, he gets behind him.
That's actually going to be the first for him, as Forrest has been the king of Connector at this point. Taking a leaf out of Freiberg's king of banana. A delicious ice cream, I've heard, in Sweden. As now we are... Oh, I'm going to accidentally tab out. That's a mistake. Either way, 4 versus 5. Just the one man down from NiP. Of course, Forrest going hyper-aggressive, costing him his life. The bomb's loose, though, and it's miles away, so Hellraisers doesn't look like they're playing a plant anytime soon. Oscar, big connection, and again, Alu loses out.
Winning out on that duel every single time Oscar is. That's really the problem for Alu. It's not like, I mean, he was missing a couple of shots, but he is just not winning that duel. And you could say the same for Schneider as well. Freiberg managed to get himself one, but Sticko will get it, and he pushed around the side from restrooms, and now A-Site is in the hands of Hellraisers. Exist is going to go over the rotate. Getright's trying to get around the back, but a little too late. Exist showed himself. Just get himself a good couple of tacks on towards Oscar. Did manage to get Sticko in the distance there, but it's going to be Kucha that will close out the round, and now it's 8-6. Hellraisers clawing the way back into this one. Can they get it 7?
Honestly, I think they're going to be very happy with this one. It's kind of gone... It's felt very much like NiP's game, but the fact that they've got the initial 3 from the pistol...
The UMP.
And the UMP is back out. Yeah, and Getright's an advocate for these SMGs, both P90 and UMP getting some screen time whenever he is about. And actually, I think he's sitting pretty high on the scoreboard as well. Yeah, 14 frags for him. As now Hellraisers are trying something different, as are NiP. Alu's going hyper aggressive. He's going to go for a fast peek from long. He's tried this before. No AWP to be seen, though. He is going to get the frag you'd expect towards Fountain. Took his time about it. And now 12 bullets left. Is going to go for the tap and doesn't quite find Sticko. As far as in the meantime keeps his name clean. Gets a second as well.
Forrest just pushes through smoke and gets himself two. That's how you do it. That's how it seems to be working. And
he's on form.
Yeah,
this is Forrest on form.
He is hitting shots. No, that's no doubt about it. And you know, obviously Freiburg was talking about how they've basically just got their confidence back. They're just like going for the peaks. It's like, why not? Why are we sitting waiting?
We're NiP.
We're NiP. Why are we not looking? We're all legends in the game. Let's go looking for those kills. And it is working for them. And actually, that probably puts quite a lot of pressure on Alu. Because it's like, yeah, you are all legends in the game. Still trying to make the name. Still trying to get that legendary status. And unfortunately...
And all Twitch chat tells me is I'm a bot.
Yeah, and all Twitch chat says is bot Alu. So at the moment...
Or God Alu, occasionally.
God Alu. Honestly, at the major, definitely was God Alu.
Yeah.
He was landing some amazing, amazing stuff. Get right and connected could be a big deal here. Angel and Oscar coming straight towards him with that UMP. Has he heard a footstep? Did indeed. He's going to come around him. It doesn't matter about the footsteps. He heard the information. His team tapper from behind. Gets Angel down.
Oh, I didn't think frags were possible with the world's ugliest skin, but he has managed to do it, and now he's going to go for potential second. Oscar was about to walk into his crosshair, and that would have been an easy one. As, I mean, it actually looks like an alien vomited on his SMG.
That's the UMP I use. I love it. It's great.
It actually makes my toes curl every time I look at it.
Lime green thing. 9-6. What a great start. NiP, as you said, Hellraisers, they won the pistol. They got that 3-0 start. They were starting to look good, and NiP caught a little bit napping in the opening pistol, but definitely recovered well. And again, it is Forrest that was leading the charge. 20 kills in the first half. Another great start for him.
Okay, this is intriguing to me then, as we do reside at 6-9. As I was saying, the point I was making before is that Hellraisers, they need this win. I just want to make that very, very clear to you, and obviously both teams need it. NiP would really, really do with the win. They can't afford another loss either. So this is an important game for both sides. Hellraisers, for one very different reason, though, is just to stay in the Pro League at this point. I think SK have kind of secured that spot at the bottom, but in terms of NiP, if they could take this away from NiP lose out the potential chance of the offline.
So let's see what NiP's T-side is like, because, as we said, this is the only 11th time they've played. Obviously, they've probably played a hell of a lot of scrims on it, I don't know, in the background, but officials they've only played 10 official matches in the whole of 2015. That's pretty huge, I mean, considering they've played 60-odd matches on the majority of maps. So really haven't played a great deal on this one. So A, we don't know what their T-side is like. B, will they be as crazy aggressive as they were before? But Oscar, I mean, he did this on Inferno a moment ago against EnVyUs. Landed some beautiful pistol shots with that UMP.
Yeah, and Hellraisers are actually locked out of their own site at this point. They're all coming from Monster and Short, and Oscar's found himself a third. Now it's just going to be get right left on the site. It could very well be Oscar's as well, but Sticko steals it from him, and Hellraisers find another clean pistol. All five still standing, albeit with Schneider with a scrap of health. And he's still sitting on just 2 frags. He's yet to really make any sort of impact. Oscar just got more frags than Schneider on the whole map in this one round.
Well, I mean, as the story goes, you know, when you win both pistols, you really should be winning the game. We'll see if it works out for Hellraisers, though, because they did win that opener. And if they can get their economy going on CT side,
yeah. this could be a real problem
for NiP, yeah.
This really could kind of spiral out of control for NiP, especially if not all of their individuals show up into this one.
The thing is for them, like against Dignitas yesterday, that 16-4, it was all about the speed. And it was almost the same against EnVyUs as well. NiP just playing fast T-sides.
And look at that. That's exactly what they're delivering here.
Yeah, but the thing is, it just doesn't always work on Overpass because it's so easy to set up early on. Now, Oscar on the rotate, coming right behind him, could pick himself up a handful of kills here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, absolutely cleaning up. Can he get the ace? It's Alu that comes around the back and stops him in his tracks. They got the bomb plant down, but it's Schneider that will get his 3rd kill of the entire game to close him out.
Look at that. That was Oscar just teaching us how to count with 4 very quick frags. And that's going to be an important second round as well. Keeping it neat and tidy. Feels like very reminiscent of what we saw just the round prior, the previous second round in the first half. If that does make sense, but you can see this fast 4 frags. Exist was the first to fall, and the final was Forrest as the wave and flurry of frags go his way. Now we're going to be seeing NiP on a very shambolic buy, just a couple of nades and a Deagle and P250s scattered across. And they're going to be running into a very full, armored to the teeth Hellraisers, and actually Oscar's going for a fast peek here.
He
is going straight in. He hasn't even got the AWP. He's just looking to do some damage, and the damage will be done, but not what he asked for. 8 points of health left as he does dart for cover, and Sticko is the bodyguard. Gets 2 very important frags. He could very well find a third here.
He can if he finally lands the shot. There it is. 3 down. It's Oscar that took the double nade damage though. And Schneider will make it his 4th kill on Exist. Continuing, Sticko gets his 4th of the round. Some easy kills for Hellraisers those last 3 rounds running. Finally, somebody other than Oscar's getting the kills. So, 9-9 all square. That's the pistol deficit that happens from, honestly, a perfect Hellraisers round. But the problem is for NiP, they haven't really made too many kills across those rounds. They can afford to buy everything up here. Real big test of strength here for NiP's T side. What have they got? What can they do to take down Hellraisers?
It's a good question, and I think we're going to see maybe, just maybe, a little bit more of turning up the pace. That's something that I think NiP do a lot better. Look at that nade stack. They want to try and chunk down that presence early, and Oscar's going to be in a prime position to just surprise them here. Look at that. Darts out, finds one. He could very well find Freiburg, but Freiburg just a little too quick on the trigger, as we are going to find ourselves back into a 4v4. The bomb's loose, NiP. They are not planning on hitting a site anytime soon.
Forrest is on the hunt here, but he gets taken down. It's Sticko, holds strong. Schneider got himself another, so now that's A site cleared out. They're going to stack out over to B. He did mention they managed to get one out there. It was Get Right that got the kill. But now Angel's going to get the support. Sticko tosses out one single flash to help out Schneider. He's going to sort of sit between. They're a little unsure right now. They're keeping Schneider on A, Angel on B, and Sticko's actually rotated back. He went over to A site, and that's a mistake because they're coming into sight. It's Alu, and the camera's trapped. He's trapped.
Let me out.
We're trapped on the smoke. Alu's going to get the plant down. You can see him in the silhouette there. As soon as the smoke dissipates, Pan's caught in the CSGO bug that is.
That's the scary follow the smoke bug. There we go, we're back in the action, and now it's all onto Schneider. He has got very little hope in this round, considering that the bomb needs to be defused. 3 players just sitting on it, happily waiting for him to go down. It's going to be Get Right who does collect the frag, and that's going to be his 2nd in that one.
Yeah, and it was Get Right that got the opener as well on that site. So Hellraisers kind of misstacked it there. They just read the situation wrong, didn't really have any information. They had 3 alive. They went for 2 on A. They'd already got 2 kills over A side, so they were just expecting more to follow. But NiP, important round for them, but answered by Oscar with an AWP here. We'll see where he takes it. Looks like it's going to be an aggressive AWP on A side, and that's where NiP are kind of heading.
Oh, he's going for
connector. Oh dear, Exist and Freiburg are there.
He could cause damage. Of course, they stacked out nades last time, and it's done exactly the same thing again. Exist nade, Freiburg bullet, and the AWP is out of play. Strong start for NiP, but immediately that is kind of thrown to the wind by Forrest.
Is playing solid over
he has
restrooms.
Been very, very consistent.
Some great players that Hellraisers have picked up here. The replacements that came through. We were never sure. I mean, you never know when you lose a player like Dozier, who the hell's going to come in and replace him. But Hellraisers have picked up some great players, and seemingly the results are going to follow. Exist. Well, you couldn't really miss Schneider there. He was on 2 health. Kuja gets picked off in Toxic. Get Right just going full on aggression. The bomb though is all the way over with Exist, and that's what they're going looking for. Oh, Sticko's going to get caught out. That Molly's behind him. He has nowhere to go but forward. Tosses out the Molly to try and keep them in, slow them down, but Get Right was already in there.
Yeah, and all that does is tell Get Right, hey mate, I'm coming your way.
I'm coming, yeah.
Just so you know, you're not wrong. Oh, hello, Sticko. Gets me excited as he finds another head. That's 3. And now Exist is going to send the message quite visually, not in his position, but swings out, finds the frag in seconds, and that's going to be Exist's 3rd as well, as frags are coming left, right, and center for these individuals on either side. And now things are going to start getting interesting for Hellraisers. Their buy, their money is a little interesting, a little kind of shabby in parts. I think we're going to be seeing a shotgun and an armored pistol across the board, as well as an AWP I can only assume is going to be thrown.
Cannon?
I was going to say the way of Oscar, but no, it does look like it's going to be a case of Sticko picking that one up. He's been consistent with the rifle. Maybe he can replicate that.
So Oscar's been the man in connector that's got picked up a couple of times. That's why he's using that Max 7 down there. But Sticko is going to sit back with Schneider. It's Forrest that's likely to come around into party, and he will get locked down. So already that glass cannon working out well. But I think that gives the information to Alu and Exist. Are they going to keep pushing this site? Are they just going to back away? It's NiP that are probing and prodding. Get Right's taking a look. But Oscar's, you can see, ready and waiting for them. Get Right's not fancying it. They're all going to back away. They're heading towards B.
There's a very big difference already between the CT side of Hellraisers and the CT side of NiP.
Oh, Oscar's going aggressive.
I like what Oscar's doing here. He's going to catch one down the ladder. Exist feeds him an AK-47 and the frag. Of course, pocketing that kill bonus from the Mag 7 as well.
Just give them all the information they needed. Look at this. Hellraiser's going to stack 4, 5 heading onto B site. This is going to be impossible for NiP to take. And Schneider going to get himself a hat full of kills.
Freiburg just hovering in fear there as he was just doing a little bit of surfing. Surfing USA, and now Get Right is in trouble. 5 players hunting him down. Sticko's the one to collect it as well, as that's his second. And Hellraisers are keeping it interesting. NiP are going to be starting to feel a little hot under the collar as these rounds aren't coming as easy as they did in the first half.
Yeah, they're broke. They're going to have to go for a bit of a force or a save here. What's the choice going to be? It will just be a couple of P250s and a couple of nades. That is all they're going to go for. See if they can risk it for a biscuit. Oscar got himself that AWP. Where's he going to take that? Is it going to go long A with it? It looks like. And it is going to be an A train this time around for NiP. They've not been too successful over on that B site. But this time, with Oscar over on long A, it opens up connector. And Forrest and Get Right have already got through. Sticko's about to get pushed down.
3 players towards toilets, 2 towards long. It looks like Sticko's just going to be collecting heads. This could be the third. It is. Get Right had the advantage, but didn't have the armor. And now we are going to be seeing Oscar try and do the same on long. Sticko looking for his 4th. This could very well be what was going to be an ace, but no, Oscar steals it away. And Sticko, so damn consistent. He has played toilets almost every single round.
He's racking up the kills there.
And he is collecting heads on the CT side. He's just gone from middle of the pack to top of the scoreboard.
Yeah, he's an immovable object, no doubt about it there. And this is just P250s coming his way with no armor, but he's been doing this against rifles as well, that's the thing. Sticko has not been falling on A site at all. Solid play from him. 11-11 all square. NiP up against the wall a little bit here. They've gone for a bit of a force. You can see a couple of AKs, Galil and Tech9. Now they're going to try and train it. They're pushing through the smoke. They're going in towards Kucha. They've flashed him out, but Kucha is clear. He's got vision. And he's going to get the taps down. But is he going to find the heads? No! He gets pinned out, but Angel, with the support, will catch them out. He gets himself a string of kills. 4 in the end. And Get Right suddenly all alone.
Get Right's wondering where his teammates have evaporated. 2. And now just 61 points of health and 3 players to find. It's a pretty dark turn of events for NiP. The Swedish side needed this round as well. They invested heavily into it. You can see there's testament of that with the AK in Get Right's hands.
They try to get the little peaky boost.
Oh, that flash is going to cause problems, but not enough because there wasn't a follow-up, and now he's trained on the perfect angle. Oh, he looks away the wrong second, and Schneider does manage to find it. Timing is a witch, is what they say. And that's going to be an easy defuse for Hellraisers. Good catch, Alex. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Ooh, that word was so close. That was at the tip of my tongue.
You can say it's fine, that one. Well, NiP, that's a problem. That's a big problem for them now. So what do they do? Do they force? Do they go for a Tech9 train here? They're kind of in that awkward stage, at 3.5k. It is going to be a Tech9 head armor. They are going to go for it. So NiP sort of throwing caution to the wind here. They know they have to try and get something because Hellraiser is starting to build the bank up. Look at it, 8.6k across Oscar and Schneider. Sticko on 7.8k. A lot of money for these players. NiP are going to fan out once again across the map, but 3 members down long A. That's risky stuff from Hellraisers.
It truly is. It's an investment of a whole lot of their resources. I mean, over 50%.
Sticko not at restrooms. That's opened it up for NiP. They're actually pushing on through there. And that information, Ali would have said, there's multiple people here. They're going to race in towards A side.
Yeah, the floodgates are open, and Forrest knows that the battle for long control is going to be important. They need to try and stop the entrance, with the re-entrance back into the site. Fortunately, Angel is there just in the nick of time to shut down the Tech9s. And look at NiP, they are getting shredded. I say that Get Right's going to do some shredding of his own, as he has managed to eliminate 2. Gets the AWP and finds a 3rd. This is starting to get crazy now. He does have 14 points of health and 2 more to find. And oh, just a second longer. He could have found another head there. Kucha and Angel are trying to keep their team in it, and they do. 13, and now NiP are starting to look a little worried. This is going to be terrible for them if they pick up this loss here, up against Hellraisers no less.
I just felt for a moment
at the offlines.
That could have been it. If that could have been maybe, instead of an AWP dropping, if that would have been an M4 on the floor there.
Something could have happened.
I think something special could have happened there from Get Right. That would have been a 1v5, and it almost worked out. Of course, we saw Rain doing incredible stuff on Cash in the major. But now NiP, you know, this is literally do or die time for them, because they've really not been able to make dents. Once Hellraiser's got that weapon set up, once they finally got those rifles, they've just not blinkered at all. They've absolutely massacred NiP every time they've tried to push on site.
There's a reason NiP have only played 10 games of Overpass so far in 2015. And now we're starting to see the problem. It looks to kind of be based off of their T side, I think. Just 2 rounds picked up in the 10 rounds of play here on their attacking side, and looking to change and continue down that path, rather, is Oscar. Didn't quite catch the shot on towards Ali, but he knows where he is, and Sticko is back where he belongs in restrooms.
Well, I'm not sure he belongs there, but...
Well, I mean, he belongs there because
maybe he does. I don't know what you're trying to say there, Alex, but he's been doing a grand job. But this time around, Commentator's Curse will strike, and Freiburg will pick him off. But Oscar quickly replies, and that molly to the side will realize there's only one place they can push through, and Oscar just going wild with that P250, 5-7, sorry. Angel's going to get challenged. Schneider finds another. But it's Oscar we're looking at. The standoff as Forrest just around the corner, and Oscar finds another. And it's just Get Right that stands between Hellraiser's 14th round. And honestly, what is a magnificent performance. NiP are in trouble. And 4 kills once again for Oscar.
Do you know,
Oscar and Sticko are magnificent new players, by the way, for Hellraiser. Yeah, I love them.
I think I've got something to talk about regarding Oscar, and I'm going to do that once we have the win for either of these sides, as I don't want to get too sidetracked, because this is crucial now. This is crunch time for NiP. This round was crunch time, really, actually, considering this was their opportunity to bring rifles into this round, and seeing 14 on the board, they've gone Galil, as it's kind of their last hope, their last chance. And NiP battling for survival. A loss here would cripple their chances of getting to the offline stages of the Pro League, where $250,000 will be played for offline over in North America.
Yeah, this will push them down to the 9th loss, I believe, put him on par with Virtus Pro, and that's dangerous territory, honestly. It's especially when you've got the likes of Envy there that's still only got 7 losses. Still looking very good, but Get Right somehow comes out on top in that duel against Schneider. Kucher is still alive, though. Just dodging, dancing around the pillar, and Angel with forever the support. They've been pretty solid across these sites, but finally they do clear them out. Sticko's pushing through, though. Look at it, back around the back, gets himself 1. Oscar gets the 2nd, and Oscar and Sticko, what a pairing. What great new players they've discovered in these 2 guys. And as far as I'm aware, they come from the Faceit Pro League.
FPL, yeah, more so for Oscar. Sticko is actually a player that a lot of people recognized. In fact, at one point, Navi had their eyes set on him as well. I think there was a discussion that was leaked between Guardian and Sticko, where they were saying, you know, you're going to join us, and there was this whole kind of drama surrounding that one. And so, you know, definitely a player that's been regarded in the CIS team, in the CS scene, excuse me. Now he's bringing his opportunity. It's his chance to shine here in the Pro League, and already he has done just that. Him and Oscar sitting at the top of the scoreboard, the 2 newest additions, really demonstrating what they're capable of. I say newest additions, of course, Schneider being
great timing by Sticko there, by the way. He was in a position where he could have got a 3-pronged attack on him. He backed away at perfect time.
Oh my lord!
To get in position. Alu getting picked off by a magnificent shot from Oscar. Get Right, though, did get himself a double, and that's caused problems on B side.
Now Freiburg gets another one. NiP, this was quite literally their last chance. We're on 15 for Hellraisers, but Sticko doesn't look like he's out of this one yet. Throws out the molly to try and waylay this attack. A 2nd as well. The 4 is most definitely getting flamey. And Exist is trying to do something quite sneaky here. He's trying to find that 1 frag to enable the rotate from Forest. Instead...
Oh, they're backed away. I think Exist footsteps has drawn them towards it, yeah.
This is gorgeous. He's going to find frags as well. NiP are going to walk into the site wondering where on earth the defense went. And now Oscar just clutching on towards his AWP. He is going to be towards Bank, and Exist just doing the dance, doing the boogie. Is just going to try and keep this AWP out of play. Go? Well, this is it. This is the boogie right now. These are the dance moves.
This is Oscar doing the boogie.
So that you throw out a smoke.
It's not like the flash dance.
Then you do a little wiggle.
Cloud9 does.
The flash dance. There's 2 very different types of flash dance.
There is 2 very different types of flash dance, but in CS there's only 1.
He's just going to try and keep that AWP safe. Can't believe how close Exist is to him. You can just cut to him in a second. You think he's just sitting on the staircase.
Yep.
Waiting.
Just directly below.
Biding his time.
There he is. You can see him passing by his X-ray now.
And he's going to be coming back up through Bank. So this is just going to be a saved AWP then from Oscar. We were already singing his praises. And we're going to be... I mean, something that's interesting, the criticism that Oscar received recently, I saw Simple actually discussing the addition to Hellraisers, saying that Oscar, he just kind of gets let off the leash. You know,
he's got 16,000 right now, so they can let him off the leash all they like. His leash is very much gone.
Look at this. He gave up on this frag. He was like, oh, okay, guess no one's there. He looks away. He's like, oh, hang on, bang. And that's in slow-mo. That was a very quick reaction from Oscar to find the head of Alu. And Alu has been having trouble with this man across this entire map. Now, though, 15 16-12. NiP really are knocking on death's door. Another tough round for them looks to be approaching, as they are going to go ahead and try and deal with Oscar's fast peak. He is going to catch another one. Forest this time goes down. You really cannot underestimate this man at this point. Freiburg and Exist towards Underpass. Get Right's the one towards Monster. And Hellraisers 4 frags away from a very crucial victory.
And this partnership between Sticko and Oscar, Sticko's covering him perfectly as well. That was again, Sticko was behind him, covering off Connector, and they just both backed away in unison. And now they're both totally rotated round in towards Long A. But we can see it's NiP. They're setting up for a hit on B here. Alu's the man that's going to go collect that. But the problem is Oscar and Sticko are going aggressive on Long A. They're going to get the information. They're going to say, there's no one here, guys. Keep your positions. Keep your heads down on B side. They're coming for you.
I don't know how Schneider is kind of managing to find any sort of communication here, as he is going to be able to throw that at center at the perfect time. He's going to enable Kuncha to mow them down. I don't think he's finished just yet. He hasn't. That's 3. He could very well be 4 with a USB. Exist says no. He is eliminated by Schneider. We have ourselves a winner, folks, in NiP. Their chances at the offline stages have dwindled and fizzled as they pick up that one. A very, very impressive win for Hellraisers. We always say, you know, so close, yet no cigar, and this time they get that cigar, and that reminds me, I have a fun story. Do you know where that comes from? That expression, close but no cigar? The coconut shy. Back in the day, over at the carnivals and stuff, you'd get a cigar if you won the coconut. And they go close, but no cigar.
Story time with Alex.
Fun facts with Alex.
There we
Thank
go.
you very much.
We get these fun facts. But NiP going down to Hellraisers. And last time they faced each other, NiP came out 16-13, so it was close last time, but 16-12. Fantastic result. And on that Oscar and the Sticko partnership, just magnificent. They are really something special for Hellraisers. I worry whether they're going to stick there long enough. I don't know. We'll see.
That does remind me, you know, I just want to make a point about Oscar, is that I feel like Hellraisers have found themselves another form of simple. Like, that player just, to me, strikes me as another one of those, okay, he's kind of doing his own thing, but he's good. He's really good at it. And it just feels like they've found a player that isn't ESL banned and is still one of those capable of just these crazy plays.
Possibly not a rage kitty, if rumors were to be
Yeah, I think he caused a lot of problems on flip side.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that basically said, we're glad he's gone. We're glad he's gone now. But who knows? Who knows what happens in these teams? Obviously, all sorts of stories do leak out, but you never know what is true.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, guys, coming up next, it's going to be NiP in action once again. They're up against PENTA this time, and it's going to be on Cash. Tricky match for them, because PENTA are good on Cash. So that's another tough old task for NiP. They need to get some of that magic going. And don't forget to check out the Score Esports app as well. You can get it on Android and iOS. And that gives you all the information on all the matches that happen all around the world, not only in Counterstrike, but every esport that happens. I thought you wanted to say something. You were like waving at me. I was just moving my mouse. You were just getting yourself ready. I thought he's cutting in. He's got something to say. Is it another coconut story? I wasn't sure.
I can come up with one really quickly.
Is there another beautiful story?
This one time, I got a coconut. And this one time at Bandcamp, my mum got me a coconut from the supermarket, and she was like, "Yo, try and drink this." And I was like, "Okay, cool, let's try it." And so I put my straw in without looking, and just started like slurping. And it turned out it was a rotten coconut, and it was like manky old coconut milk, and I vomited everywhere. There you go. Thank you. Story time with Alex.
Story, bro. Absolutely fantastic stuff. We're going to go into a break, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, it is going to be NiP versus PENTA. We'll see you in a few.
Against NiP. I don't know if that's going to be their saving grace, though. It's going to be interesting, as NiP have already, of course, demonstrated their perhaps wavering form. I don't think that we can do anything off of that game, considering just how amazing.
I think that's all it is. I think we could read off it just saying the fact that that's their 11th game at Overpass and they lost.
Yeah, exactly.
This time the problem is that their last 3 results on Cash, they beat Titan 16-14, they beat Gamers 2 16-10, they beat TSM 16-12. That's very good pedigree of wins for NiP. So definitely the stronger Cash team, I think it's safe to say. But this is a newly formed sort of like growing PENTA, with obviously Tarsin going in there, Speedy obviously returning to the fold. Crystal has been playing brilliantly, so we've got to see how this one works out for them. Pistol, of course, going to NiP. They're going to Knife going to NiP. They're going to choose to start on the CT side, and we'll see how it works out for them. 9 losses though for NiP. Cannot afford anymore. They're sort of tied on losses with Virtus Pro. They're this cusp, but they need EnVyUs basically to lose a couple of games now.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're demanding, and now let's see what NiP can do. I mean, if you wanted to lose one, if
Beautiful
they lost one more game, they really would be confirming it. And this looks like a very interesting play from Ali. He's managed to position himself quite aggressively in the smoke in middle, just literally sitting there, residing there, biding his time. And he is actually going to be maybe going to be hearing enough of footsteps to kind of gauge where the T's are positioning themselves. 2 in A main, 2 just watching that boost. In fact, I think there is a man
that Forest looking,
has been boosted up. In fact, 2 of them have. Just waiting, and it looks like it's going to be one big wave. What's going to be the linchpin into this put? There it is. The smoke and flash come out, and Alu's still yet to see anything in middle. Finally, he sees one. He catches a glimpse of the shadow of another. It could very well be 2. It is. Exist has done exactly the same over on towards the site. This could be a 3rd. No, Freiburg finds his first, and NiP just laugh as PENTA hit their wall.
Well, that was a different story, wasn't it? I mean, you could look at the Hellraisers game. They did lose both pistols in that matchup, NiP, which is why that 16-12 result was close, and also obviously those 6-round differential that they got from those pistols is a big difference, and we'll see if NiP can convert it. We have seen a lot of force buys go in the opposite way, and PENTA, could they be no different? They've gone with their Tech 9s, they've got a Deagle in there, they're going to try something. This time it's Spiddy. He's got to be careful because Forest and Gerai are on the hunt.
I like this from Forest. He's gone so aggressive and so much intel has been gathered. He's not going to check his corners though. That's one. He's finally.
He's like, he's around here somewhere.
I know there's someone somewhere. Finds 2. Getrai's rocking the P90. No surprises there as he has collected 1, and now it's all on to Strux, as he has seen his team fall by the wayside. Forest pockets another one, as that's 1,800 now.
A lot of cash.
As that's a whole lot of extra cash in his pockets. And I don't think they're going to show any signs of stopping now. They know there's going to be 0 Kevlar on the PENTA side into this one, unless they go for some sort of unusual, unheard of 3rd round force. And we can see, look at this panic in the 2nd frag. You ready for this? He's like, I swear there's one around here. There it is. Okay, fine.
In fairness, like, his first reaction was right in the corner. He's like, he must be tucked in the corner. Spin around. Wait, he's not there. Where is he gone? Too quick with that flick, who knows. Here we go though, another aggressive push, and it's going to be Forest and Gerai once again. They're going to continue on, but this time PENTA are waiting.
God. They are all waiting. That's scary. There's 4 people just around that corner. That's the first time I think I've ever seen that, and now we're going to be seeing Gerai try and do something. Forest again. Oh my God, he's lining them up. That's 2. Gerai is going to be rocking them down as well. Spiddy in the meantime was like, Tarsin, be free, be free. Puts a bullet into his head, and we see the 3-0.
So PENTA finally going to get themselves a full buy. Quick 3 rounds there. Getting things going fast. Maybe NiP got places to be, people to meet. Crystal's going to get him hands on the AWP. Forest will do the same. So Forest, we'll see where he takes it. Is it going to be a B AWP for Forest? I would assume so. Yeah, it looks like that's where he's going. Where there's the rest of 3 members of NiP. Are they going to push on through? They've held on to these P90s, Gerai and Alu. So they want to be up close and personal and may well try it. Getrai's going to position himself in vents. Alu was up close at drop, but I say drop at the boost, but not going to work out for him. It's PENTA that are challenging, and Exist has called for support. Freiburg's going to push up on A.
Okay. So no blood has been drawn just yet, not even tag across the board. A full 500 points of health on either side. Flash is going to obscure Crystal's view, and he didn't actually choose to pull into cover, so vulnerable for the entirety of that flash, but nothing really coming of it. He did get tagged just a little. 2nd flash does rain in as well. NiP just delaying the PENTA push.
Freiburg.
Now we're going to see Freiburg go aggressive. He only takes 1. And the 2nd is found by Strux as well. Very nice as he cracks into the A site, and that's going to be Tabson bringing the bomb in as well.
They're going to push on. Alu's going to be getting into that forklift. He's just pushed straight through with that P90, came flying through at them. But unfortunately, Strux was not caught off guard and gets himself his 3rd of the round. Getrai's on the creep. He's managing to get around, gets a good shot on towards Tarsin, finds the head, and now Spiddy nails down Forest. So Getrai's with his P90, he's going to try and go the up and over, and they are ready and waiting. They do close in his angle. 3 players still alive. Very tricky position for Getrai's there. So PENTA get themselves the first on the board, but it was Strux doing the work there, getting himself those 2 opening kills, moving on to A site and closing it out as Alu somewhat went a little crazy.
A little crazy. That's probably
double
a fair
AWP.
summation.
Wow, okay. That's an answer.
I mean, quadruple
double AWP to double AWP. Yeah.
Let's
dabble
see. Dabble. All right. You take a leaf out of Mitch's book there, our Australian ESL caster. Now, what have we got here?
I prefer to come a convict.
Convict. It's quite a cool gamer name, actually, I think. Convict. Haven't had a convict yet.
Get a 1 in there as well, and a 0.
Oh, and maybe like a K instead of a C.
Oh, yeah. Edgy.
Convict. All right. Anyway, random names aside, I do see PENTA starting to actually make a push towards the A site. It's going to be a slow one, though. The bomb is dropped, and Forest has got himself into a prime position to seize middle control. That smoke as well is going to be prime to enable him to just sit there in safety. Freiburg opens up onto Tarsin. That playthrough squeaky did cost him his life, and now PENTA have had
Forrest
to hit the
back
brakes.
In.
No, he's literally
he's
right
above,
on top, yeah. Which you'd expect means Exist can kind of leave mid kind of to him, but no, they are stacked up, and actually Crystal could be catching Exist here if he chooses to overextend. Oh, but Crystal has to be careful. I see a very dead Crystal. It's going to be beautiful. Forrest does take him down.
And he stays.
He's sticking around.
Yeah, we've got to think his position would be given away there. Yeah, they're trying to rattle the shots off. And now he's going to push it. He gets himself a second. So what a great little trade. Forrest working wonders now. Strux with the bomb and Tabson pushing on towards B site. But he's going straight into the crosshairs of Exist. And Get Right. And he's choosing wisely to step away from that one. They're going to try and save. There's only 15 seconds on the clock. So PENTA giving up the round here. And they haven't managed to recover the other AWP. So only going in with just the one AWP now for Tabson. And NiP, they're going to be sitting pretty on this one. 4-1 is the score.
Counter-terrorists win.
It's going to be... I don't think uphill struggle is going to be the word. I do just think that with the reset money now, PENTA are going to have to really build in this round with that AWP and M4. Maybe they can throw in some armored pistols if they want to, but I think they want to be going for the buy in the next round. And so it is going to quite literally rely on both Strux and Tabson. We do see Tarsin invest into a vest, believe it or not. And we're going to have to see what PENTA can build into this one. NiP's got the double AWP again. That should be scary for them. The wallbang even coming in from Exist as he is the second man to wield it alongside Alu. And already we are seeing PENTA start to cast their eyes towards B. Get Right and Forrest to receive.
Yeah, slowly trying to probe and prod, but Get Right not falling prey to any of those stray pistol shots. As the smoke starts to clear, with a minute still ticking, PENTA do find themselves an opening. It's Exist that goes down. And that was Tabson on the boost there. Now they're going to turn their attention towards A site. So Alu's going to be the one that's tested here.
Oh.
Freiburg's going to come and back him up. But Alu manages to land the opener. And that's the AWP down now. Remember, they are short on weapons. That nade's going to rattle in. He knew they were going to try and edge for it. Alu finds a second. Can he get a third? He's getting tested in the corner. He does get a third down. Can he make it a fourth? You bet your life he can. Just one more stance. Round the forklift. There's the ace. And Alu absolutely dominant. Hitting shots. Something he could not do over on overpass against Oscar.
Gorgeous play there from the Finn, demonstrating his prowess on the AWP. 7 frags now for him, just the 1 death as well. And you can just see this first shot onto Tabson so damn fast, so damn quick, and the rest was soon to follow. Yes, they had pistols. The AWP was taken out of place so damn quick. That, of course, was the first frag. Spiddy tried to pick it up and respond and couldn't do anything either. Either way, we're jumping on then into our 7th round, and PENTA looking a little battered and bruised after that attempt into this one. What would have been kind of, I guess a quasi-safe double eco. And Alu's going aggressive, finds Tarsin and backs away.
I think he's got to feel aggrieved he didn't get a double there. They were lined up for him. There's a second, but now he does finally go down. Forrest comes down, he's like, what are you doing? Leave my AWPer alone. And Get Right also chimes in with a couple. And NiP close out another quick round. PENTA are running into a brick wall here. And it has a big AWP in its hand called Alu.
Indeed it does. Quick opening frag, just taking a lot of utility away from them as well. I think Tarsin had a couple of nades in his hands. That second frag most definitely did, because Spiddy was holding some of the pieces. And now we are going to be seeing 6-1 then on the scoreboard. PENTA yet to really make an impression in this game, with that 4th round as an exception. And already we are starting to see something a little different from PENTA. 4 members all starting to try and make something happen on B. And this is no kind of surprised that NiP are going aggressive on towards B. This could be a second as well. Get Right's going to throw a nade right into the front pocket of Strux. He backs away with 62 points of health remaining. And PENTA, again, just feels like they're getting these early trades all going in favor of the Swedes.
Hit him in the face. Tabson also going to get a challenge. Get Right, unperturbed, goes aggressive there, but Spiddy finally manages to land the shot. Now Forrest's going to drop down, but it's a back away from PENTA. Still got a minute on the clock. Plenty of time to play with it as they work the way now over towards A site. They did Get Right down. I wonder if this is going to be a second check as Alu holds the angle at Sugarbox. It's going to be Strux and Tabson. I think they're going to try and boost over here. Now, the position that Alu's in, he won't have a good angle on this one, so Tabson should be able to get in unless he gets a little peek. Look, you can see Alu can't quite get a glimpse over towards him unless he goes aggressive and peeks around that corner.
Yeah, this is intriguing. I don't know whether or not Exist is going to kind of be enough. Actually, Freiburg's there as well.
Yep.
Spidy's the one towards Squeaky, and time's becoming a problem for the team. That's going to be an easy pickup. tabseN just walks into Alu's crosshair as Alu collects his 10th frag. Double digits, just 8 rounds in. Strux is going to full foul to Exists P90. A second one comes from Freiburg as he lights up the barbecue. And this is starting to get out of hand now, as NiP are showing absolutely no signs of stopping. And Penta's economy, it feels like it's just been like half-assed the entire time.
Yeah, and they're going to have to either force it or save. So what are you going to do? You're 7-1 down. You know, you're just going to pick a couple of deagles up. That's what they're going to do. They're not going to go for armor.
A deagle and a pistol. I mean, a P250, excuse me. That's, I mean, this is really a matter of bomb plants, and I don't know how they're going to plan to get the bomb down, considering how strong NiP have been so far. It's rinse and repeat for NiP at this point. Alu goes for an opening pick anywhere. Middle, A, B. He's been everywhere. He's a well-traveled AWP here on Cash.
He's peeking as well. Oh, he's peeking to Strux. He might get himself another. Goes in with a 5-7. And that nade, oh, it's going to land as well. It's going to go straight behind him. Goes aggressive. Now he's pushing in. Where are you going? Alu, please, calm it down. Doesn't matter. Lands the shot. Gets himself another triple. And it's 8-1. NiP absolutely on fire right now. Penta just unable to really do anything about it. Look, they've just got 8 kills between them.
Yeah,
and we're in round 10.
I mean, just to put it into perspective, the entirety of Penta has less kills than Alu. That is how this is going right now for Penta.
And Forest.
And Forest. And Get Right. I mean, it really is quite insane. The top 3 fraggers for NiP have more, if not the same frags as the entirety of the Penta side. That is part and parcel of what happens when 2 players on your side are yet to pick up a frag. And so all eyes on Crystal and tarzan then in this one. They are the boys that need to step up to the plate. And to do so, Crystal has got an AWP in his hands. He is most definitely a player to watch when he has the AWP in his hands. And I've just realized I had Crystal in my fantasy roster. So 0-9 is not what the doctor ordered.
But you also had Exist and Forest, did you not?
That's true. I'll take them.
So
I'm not complaining.
They do. I mean, think what Forest did on Overpass. It all seemed to be working out well for you. But Exist is ready and waiting to peek here. There's the flash. It's going to get counter flashed by Get Right. And here we go. This is going to be the push. But is it going to be a full-on fake? Because that bomb is not moving. It's tabseN just going for those peaks. Is it going to draw Exist's attention?
Oh,
wow, he's managed to find Get Right. And now they're going to go B. Absolutely. They've cleared that site right out. Get that rotation on the way. This could be the first rifle round for Penta. As Freiburg and Alu are the 2 that stand in the way. And there goes Freiburg.
Big shot as well from Crystal on the AWP. That's 2. He's doubled his score so far. In fact, no, it's not, because it was 0. He can't double 0. That's 0, mate.
You can stack them on top of each other and get 8.
Yeah, I'll take that.
8-2 the score. Penta finally stopped the rot. But the problem is that just going to reset their economy like the last one did.
I have a horrible feeling it could.
Oh no, it's auto sniper.
The Dak is coming out. Exist has picked himself up an auto sniper. He's going to be looking to equip that somewhere across the map. Crystal still has his AWP, and he's been kind of a big fan, especially when he has the spawn to go for that fast opening pick on towards middle. That could be the death of at least one CT. Doesn't look like it's going to be the case this time, though, as instead he is going to go for a main. Fast nades. Look at that double nade. They're expecting Alu to go for it again, and Alu is there.
Exist is in the place where they're going to push. Like you say, that Get Right's actually the one that's pushed in box. Meanwhile, Exist is holding with that auto sniper. It's Crystal and Strux are getting the little peeks off. Oh, Get Right's found himself one. That's tabseN. There's the Dak taking off over on towards A site. So wherever they probe and prod. Forrest has actually pushed through the smoke here. And it's Spiddy that's gone behind him. Spiddy's in sight. And he's thinking there's no one here. But Alu's found himself a double. That's in mid. And this map is just wide open right now. Alu's even pushing on Strux. They're in the smoke together. Oh, finally, Strux does see him. But Forrest has finally caught a glimpse. He's actually stuck between a real awkward spot here. He's got 2 people around him. And now, yeah, YZ's going to back away. But Spiddy finds Freiburg as he pushes from CT spawn. He exists with the auto sniper coming round. But this is down to a really tricky 2v2. Now, remember, if Penta loses this round, their economy could well be broken again.
Oh, no.
Exist has found Spiddy. Strux the one man. He's got the bomb. He's got 30 seconds. He can make a run for A side, but he's got to deal with Exist. He's going on the cross.
Yeah, and he knows he's got to kind of either make a choice. He's either going to meet him at truck where Exist has the peeker's advantage, or he can come behind him. This is the smarter move. He knows auto sniper v AK at this range should favor him. It is going to. Now we find ourselves in a 1v1. It's Forrest that has to step up for NiP. This would be a real kick in the groin to Penta. It would reset their money and bring them back down to the Stone Age. Bomb going down.
Is he going to
Forest coming from A main.
Is he going to back to quad? He's going to go straight into Forest angle if he does. He's going to stay at box. He's got to realise that there's a chance that he's over there.
No.
There he is. Forest had his chance. He missed the shot. Strux is going to peek again and will land the shots. And that was a very important round for Penta. And now, speaking of economies, that was a big investment from NiP. They have got enough to just reinvest because they just had such a clean start to this game. But this is about all they can go with. They can buy everything up in this round.
Strux saved the day
afterwards. Yeah, Strux absolutely saving the day. Probably a bit too aggressive for NiP there, I think, but that's really what played into their hands.
Okay, let's see where you build from here. Just Tarston then on the AWP, and oh my god, a whole big mid push from NiP. 3 players pushing up, 2 rifles are going in. GetRight's going aggressive on B. Looks like NiP, they're kind of living up to this kind of hyper-aggressive nature that they've tried
Crystal's
to adopt.
waiting.
Crystal is going to be boosted up on red container.
Tell a lie. Who's that in the background? Strux. It's Strux that's peeking. He's waiting for... Oh, he's lost out on the duel, though. And let's give Freiburg the chance. But this is very aggressive stuff. Look, there's nobody on A side from NiP. They've got 2 members, Exist and Freiburg, here, and they're going to go for the counter boost again. It's going to be straight in towards Tarsin's face, but Tarsin not falling for it this time, and they know Freiburg's going to be down there. He just rushes straight through, straight into Tabsa's face.
Very, very smart. He knew that his kind of location had been discovered off the back of that boost kill, and now
we saw him.
We see Forest. He knows that Spiddy's there. I don't think they're anticipating this one. This is going to be 2 potential quick frags. He did catch the tip of the barrel. Now Spiddy is potentially going to be going down, throws down a molly, but it could be all in vain unless he can hit the bullets. He can't. And NiP bite back and bite back hard. That's going to be 9-3. And once again, Penta are looking impoverished.
Yeah, that's caused problems. Because they lost out so many in that previous round, they had to buy fully back into that one, and that's broke their economy down. And it is just going to be pistols. 9-3. NiP already picking up a very good CT side here. Bearing in mind, this is really a pretty evenly balanced map in terms of scores generally. We'll see, though. NiP didn't have the greatest T side on Overpass. We'll see what they have up their bag of tricks. But Exist is going for that peak. There is 2 members around there. It's Strux and Spiddy. They're about to challenge. Oh, that nade's going to be right on top of them. Gets himself 1 down. But Spiddy with an eagle does get a second. Quick response there, but Freiburg, oh, he knows he's got 2 to the left of that doorway. He's got them pinned in, and they're just going to try and force him. Oh, no, they just ran straight into the grinder.
Beautiful, M4A4, holds down mouse 1, collects 2. And now we are just going to be seeing the final frag go the way of Alu. NiP hit double digits, and this is not a pretty sight for Penta by no stretch of the imagination. Their rounds they're so disconnected from each other that they really are struggling to build up any sort of momentum. Momentum is a thing of the past now as well, considering we are sitting, into the 14th round. They just want to try and make it respectful. 10-5. I could see Penta doing it. I've seen Penta's CT side. It is quite inspiring sometimes. They have got very solid defensive holds, but so far we've seen very little of note on their T side.
Well, Alu going full on aggression. He's going straight into Spiddy there and got flashed out. So Spiddy will come out on top. That gives them that 1-man advantage. Crystal's got the drop through very early here. And GetRight, who's in there, is not really aware of it and will get picked off by Crystal. And now Freiburg left in the open with 3 members staring straight at him. And that means mid control is totally in the hands of Penta, and they can go where they damn please. And it is looking to be a B site push for them. Just 1 health for Tarsin. Doesn't matter. It's still a man alive. Oh, Exist is going to find the back of Crystal as he pushes through mid. Now that's actually giving NiP a bit of a chance.
Yeah, I like this. This could actually shape up for NiP. Because, of course, a little bit of a lack of hesitation, or excuse me, a lot of hesitation is the word I'm looking for, because Tabson has not committed towards a site yet. If him and Spiddy had worked something up towards B,
heavy foot.
You could have seen he's made a whole lot of noise. Tarson the elephant is what they should be calling him. And now we see Exist, maybe, just maybe, starting his rotate. He does. I think he's starting to catch on, especially as the nades are released. 2 smokes. That's all the info he needs. But now Spiddy has put a bullet to the brain of Forest, and Exist needs to ace in order to pick up this round.
Well, both smokes are going to clear in a moment, so he's got the time. They both used them at the same time to keep him at bay. Oh, he's just going to push. He's just going to push with the smoke. Oh, that's risky. Risky stuff. He could have just waited a couple more seconds and they would have cleared, but I didn't see whether he had a kit or not.
He did, yeah. But I mean, the dream for him there was Like, no one's
Nobody
going
would
to
expect
no one's
the
going to
smoke
expect
push,
the
yeah.
smoke. And actually, you know what? The star started to align because he came through the smoke and was staring at an enemy. That doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
So he had a lot of things going for him in that one. He made an intriguing decision. It came back to bite him. And now we do see 4 for Penta. This is going to be a really important one for NiP. You can see that they have just cobbled together what they can. If they put in 11 and then pick up the pistol, they're already on 15. That's bad maths. 14, Alex, is what I meant to say. But
Oh, Frobber's just gone straight through. He's actually ran past. He's managed to find Crystal. Will get taken down, but Tarsin replies. Gets himself one over in towards Squeaky. Now he's going to push through. Exist is just to the left-hand side of him. He's got to expect it. He's going to try and flush out the back of the site. And he's got to be looking. Yeah, he's going to find Exist. He's looking straight towards him. And now there's a couple of shots given away. And he will manage to land it. But oh, he got close there. 3 health remaining. And now they think the site is in their control. Get right.
no.
Up on high. Drops down. But he's got caught from behind. But he manages to spin on Tabson.
That's actually a real unfortunate turn of events, but Tarsin's still kicking and screaming with just 3 points of health, and Penta get their Spiddy, his finger glued to mouse 1 in celebration, and that is going to be, I mean, the best of a bad scenario.
That was a
the
lifeline.
Final 2, exactly, that's exactly what they gave him.
That was a lifeline.
Chris Tarrant would be proud.
Like, no one outside of England gets that joke at all.
I think I've made a few.
And actually,
only
even people in
jokes.
England probably don't get that joke. Yeah.
Who wants to be a millionaire these days? It's probably not Chris Tarrant anymore, is it?
I have no idea.
I bet it's someone like that girl from Weakest Link, whatever her name was.
You should pull it out.
Anne Robinson. There you go. That's more English things.
Anne Robinson.
I mean, okay, she's like 90. But.
Yeah, she's probably like 60 by now.
Anyway, English random things aside, we are going to be jumping into an important round for Penta. If they do forego this pistol, you could potentially be seeing the 13 on the board for NiP. That's most definitely how it's been going recently, despite the presence of a whole lot of forces. Here they come, the NiP presence straight up highway, and in true highway fashion, they're going fast.
They're on a highway to hell, maybe. Who knows? And Forrest gets himself 1 and 2. Comes around. Can he get 3? You bet your life. Alu, oh, you stole it away from me. And now Strux, oh, he's completely open. Now remember, they got the perfect pistol last time, and it's looking like it may well go the same way. It is just Crystal remaining, thinking, what has just happened to my team? There's no point going for it. I want to save my armor.
Yeah, and the decoy. You never know what that $50 investment could do, mate. You never know.
Yeah, with that USB as well, that little silent pew, pew, pew. I'm over here.
My favourite is you take
Such a big distraction.
You take the silencer off the USP and then throw the decoy, and then you're like blowing people's minds.
Oof. Everyone's like, what's that noise?
No, truly, I call it the mind bender because they're like, and they're literally like, what on earth? What gun is that? What gun is
nobody
making that
fires it
sound?
anymore.
That's my little trick, and actually Alu is going to be very close. This could be the end. Hey! That's something. That's a little benefit as he takes one man's health away. And actually, did Alu have Kevlar? Yes, he did. So, hey, there you go. Silver linings, folks.
Worth indeed. But NiP with the second pistol, you've got to assume
2, and not a 3.
No, Ali managed to nick it away just at the end there.
He's a thief. He's a scoundrel.
From Truck, but. You've got to assume NiP now could close this game out. They've got 3 Mac 10s, 2 Tech 9s, 2 Tech 9s?
3 Mac
AKs.
10s. Living the dream.
And well, you know they're going to play it fast here. And this is risky because Penta have gone for that armor. But, oh, them nades just wrecking. Crystal was spotted as well. Alu saw him. And now they're just pushing straight through on site. It's just a train wreck right now. This is exactly what it was like against NiP, but unfortunately for Dignitas, Unfortunately for Dignitas, they didn't stop. They just kept on doing it, and it ended up 16-4.
Yeah,
Tarsin.
That felt like matchmaking there. Just like kind of stagnating Sugar, pushing up highway.
Damn it, they've got too many global elites and we're lacking.
Yeah, damn matchmaking, what is this?
Yeah, what is this matchmaking?
Tarsin
feel like we got silvers in our team.
Do you know what he's sitting there on mic saying, noob team, what to do? Damn Valvo.
Damn
Valvo. We are going to be saying Forest. Get that frag. So that's going to be the 12th then for NiP. One more away from the expected 3 off the back of the pistol. Still yet to see a single member of Penta breach the 10 frag mark. And every single member of NiP has done so. That's a problem. That is a problem. That's the innate problem. I guess that, you know, some of that isn't reflected just in fragging because, of course, the rounds aren't going their way as well. But I think it's a good testament to how this game and why this game is going the way it is a couple of players struggling to find their footing.
Well, their economy was in suffering for the whole of the first half, and it's looking like this would be no different. You know, they tried to force, it backfired because NiP are in no interest. Oh, this could work out. They've got 4 members of Penta there. Well, I mean, it could go the other way, which is pretty much what's happened. And Exist and Freiburg get themselves 4 kills.
I think NiP have got dollar signs in their eyes.
Yeah.
And Alu's just coming up highway again. Good God, give him a hat. He's a highway man. That's going to be 13-5. And we're going to be 3 rounds away now from NiP's victory.
You like that one, didn't you? Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
That was cheeky.
That was cheeky. 13-5 is definitely a cheeky score. Here we go, though. PENTA will finally get an economy enough to buy. It's not the greatest. They are lacking a lot of utility, but pretty much have all the smokes they need to keep them at bay for now. And Exist is sticking with the MAC-10. Okay. I mean, there is no head armor on Crystal and Tabson, or Tarson and Strux, so good workout. It could work out. Aggressive stuff from Spitty. Goes looking, finds Alu's head, finally switches it with a couple of taps. But Forrest is going to try and catch him on the back here as he tries to exit the doorway. Spitty's trying to give the cover he needs, and Forrest will come out on top.
Now, this is it. This is crunch time. 4 versus 4. They've put everything into this round. PENTA's chances of this win are going to dwindle with every frag from NiP, but fortunately, Tarson's turned up today, and Freiburg does go down. Now just 3 remain, and it could it could have been changed. That was a pretty close shot from Crystal, rattling out towards Forest's location. A second whistles past his shoulder as Tabson goes aggressive, taking risks and netting reward.
Well, Exist finally switching up to that AK and actually getting himself a kill. He's actually taking the bomb. Oh, this is a great distraction. But Strux is on the rotate. Strux is coming around the back. He could be the man that goes face to face with Exist. As soon as he comes jumping around the corner, the one tap does not work. He gives his position away, but he still manages to come out on top. And now Forrest in a 1v3. He's staring straight at the bomb, though. Oh, Forrest will tag it down, but he was taken very low in the spray. Nicely done from Tarson through the wall there. Forrest was already down to 34 health before that and got tagged down just that little bit more. What an important round for PENTA. They're going to have to go guns here, all guns blazing, to try and pick up these next 10 rounds.
Yeah, now NiP are bringing everything in. And we saw a couple of MAC-10s coming into that one from NiP. Now they're going to take their silly hats off for a second and try and put that 14th on the board for themselves. As we stated before, guys, here for the ESL ESEA Pro League, the top 4 teams of the ladder do manage to secure their place at the offline stages, of course, for $250,000. And so far, NiP need this win, and Alu's trying to try and get his team there, pulling them with the frag onto Tabson. He's going for a fast pick again. I told you he's the highway man, and now Clint Eastwood style closes his eyes as he tries to set his sights on Spitty. Does so. Shuts him down as now just 2 remain for PENTA, and their hopes and dreams are starting to look a little too distant.
What a difference a map makes. You know, a map that you're comfortable on, a map that you've played a lot. Alu couldn't hit a barn door on overpass. Couldn't hit a damn thing. He had 5 peaks on...
Look at this guy!
He had 5 peaks on Oscar, and he couldn't hit him at all. And now he just goes and gets an easy 4K, literally running around the map with ease, almost like he's JW or Kenny S. He's got playing with ease.
He did that push with a MAC-10, and now he's just done the same thing.
He's just done the exact same thing, whereas when he was on overpass, he couldn't hit anything. No. He just couldn't win out those shots.
He looked uncomfortable.
He did, and it shows, like, you know, they'd only played that map 11 times in officials, 11 times throughout the year, whereas you look towards this map, they've played this, what, 40, no? Yeah, 47 times, no? I can't count, I can't count. 43 times.
There you go.
Can't add up while I'm watching. But as it is, I mean, obviously you expect NiP to run through this round and make it match point.
You would expect, and it looks like there's going to be very little exceptions to that statement, as it's going to be just Strux, who has got the drop, or had the drop, on everyone towards Alu. He's getting hunted down by Get Right, though, and Get Frag he will, as that's going to be 15-6, and PENTA are given a whole massive mountain. It's a slippery mountain. It's a mountain covered in lava. It's an
it could be snowy.
Impassable mountain. It's not happening.
I mean, I'm not sure how slippy lava is.
It's a volcano. It's like you're not going to get over it.
What's bigger than a mountain?
A fiery mountain is what it is. And we're going to be seeing if they can mount Mount Doom.
Oh.
As we do go into what could be the very last round. Just a couple of FAMAS, 3 to be precise. And
they're
2
in each
flashes.
other's way. They're in each other's way. They literally backed up from the smoke and like, They've tried to boost up and over it now, and have they got an angle? No, because it's just, in fact, they're just giving themselves a position. Freiburg coming through like a bunny rabbit, trying to get himself in there. Realised he's not playing 1.6 anymore. It's not going to work out quite as it did.
And a second frag this time for Strux. This could start to go PENTA's way. Of course, this is potentially going to be the...
Potential. Potential is high right now, I would say.
I agree. A high potential has now exist. Could go going down. Looks like Forrest is going to be the first to meet his face. Exist could be soon to follow. He is. Spitty connects that one, and now just Get Right remains. Doesn't look like he's going to be clutching that one anytime soon as Crystal finds his 3rd. And now PENTA continuing to take just one step. They get to base camp of this mountain.
I see what you did there.
Dankeschön.
Bitteschön. So, 15-7. NiP, they honestly did the work before, obviously, on the CT side. But overall, they played, you know, fast and loose, just like they did before. Again, it's Alu actually really playing crazily in this game. God Alu turns up as opposed to Bot Alu in the previous matchup. Exist, again, 16 kills. Good pick for you. Forest with 20 kills.
No
Things are working out well for your Vulcan team. But here in this matchup, NiP, they needed a kill. Oh, they needed a round. They needed a game. Because they got those 9 losses. Ooh, that didn't work out. And that actually, that would have flushed Alu out. That would have flushed Alu out. He was the man that's holding this angle, and
could have very well have killed
that
him.
actually may have just cost them this round in the game.
Yeah, I mean
it's a bit harsh to say it's cost them the game, but
it's definitely cost them the round potentially because, of course, that would have killed Alu, and he would have been able to get out of that position a little sooner. Now, though, 3v3 made 3v2 by Exist as he causes Tassin to cease to exist, and now Crystal and Strux have to do everything for Penta. It's not looking likely, that's for certain, especially considering Crystal's location coming up Highway. Alu, of course, the real king of Highway, and he's going to get Strux looking for the final one. He's going to get that as well. A stylish way to end it as he collects a double alongside his compadre Exist. We have ourselves a winner.
28 for Alu there. I think he got 8 on Overpass. That's such a huge difference between the two maps. But yeah, 16-7 the final score there. NiP dominant, no doubt about it, on cash there over Penta. Penta just didn't really get going. It was all sort of over by the first half.
Yeah, I think that was, I mean, we saw NiP on Overpass, and bearing in mind NiP lost on Overpass to Hellraisers, and you said already, it felt like not only Alu, but the team themselves were a little bit kind of everywhere. Felt a couple of players were comfortable. Forest, I think in my books, was one of them.
Forest was loving it.
He was a very comfortable player.
But he was just in connector, wasn't he? They were just running into him.
Yeah, it's true. but for the rest of NiP, they find themselves in a comfort map lane. They just pick Penta apart. Very, very nice to watch NiP performing as NiP have been recently.
So, fantastic matches tonight. NiP get themselves 1 win, 1 loss. And of course, we also saw EnVyUs pretty much strolling to victory over Hellraisers on Inferno. As that, what, 13-2 first half, 12-3 first half, something like that. It was pretty big either way. Coming up, obviously later on tonight, in what, 3 hours time it will be, Liquid will be starting off against Coast. That's going to be over in North America. There's Liquid Luminosity. There's some big games tonight. Luminosity CLG. You definitely want to tune in to the American side of things because there's a lot of big games over there. That's all going to be happening tonight. And of course, tomorrow, it's just a single match. It's going to be Penta versus EnVyUs. That's going to be on Mirage, and it will be at 7 o'clock. That's the only game tomorrow. So just a quickie for me and Mitch.
Yeah, Penta versus Envy as well. That should be, I mean, if NiP's performance is anything to go by.
Well, you got to worry for Penta. I got to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's no doubt about it. They're a team very newly formed up against.
I think it's going to be a quick night. I think it's going to be a very quick night for myself and all the production team involved. Anyway, that is it for us. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This is the ESL ESEA Pro League. We'll be back tomorrow.